Well, hello everyone. Hello everyone. It's me, Harry. Hello everyone. It's me, Christine again. Welcome to the Simply Not Logical, aka Simply Now Logical YouTube channel live stream edition. Hi guys. Hello in the chat. It's so cool seeing all the little Menchie holos. Those are the best. Shout out to Pillar, who animated all those Menchie and Zyler emotes. Shout out to Pillar and her family, and my family of cats. Zyler barf. That's my favorite. How you guys doing? Happy Simply... What day is it? I feel like it's Wednesday? Guys, it's Wednesday. It is Wednesday? I thought it was Saturday. What day is it? What's happening? Are we watching MasterChef? Ben, stop. Okay. There's too much shit going on in YouTube, Twitch, internet world lately. Too many topics. I can only stick to one at a time. We're gonna get distracted if you put me on another track. No fair use talk in this live stream. Okay, I'm done. You guys did have a lot to say, though, about our last podcast, so very interesting. You guys like when Ben and I argue, apparently. Today we may also argue about other things. Maybe we'll argue with chat. We'll see. If you're a Harry Styles stan, identify yourself in the chat. No spicy talk? Lo. Oh no, there may be spicy talk. But like, safe spice. No fighting. Okay, yes, chat, I see you. Thank you guys for coming. As promised, this stream is gonna be a follow-up of my review from my Simply Not Logical main channel video. Yes, I said that correctly. I posted a main channel video. I know, shocking. Shock and awe. Everyone is shook. A follow-up of my Simply video reviewing celeb men's nail polish brands Harry Styles and MGK. This one, in case you missed it. So yeah, I'm not gonna repeat everything I already said, but what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go through the comments on this video, and then I have all the stuff right here. I gotta be careful lifting boxes with my nails, but I have like a stack of all the products that I bought, and I didn't even like go through everything on in that video just because there wasn't enough time. But I have the pleasings. I have Machine Gun Kelly's I'm Lost Too. And I also have Tyler the Creator's nail polish, which came in just today. So I didn't have this in time for that video, but that's what we have, and we're gonna play. And because this is live, you'll get to ask me questions in the chat, and I can, just show you with my nail camera straight up, what things look like. And maybe we'll paint them on some swatch wheels as well. And yeah, no filter. There's no filter. How does that sound? Are we spilling tea? Shit, I don't even have my tea. Beyyyn! Ben, where's my tea? Ben, tea. So normally, actually, who's new here? Put a 1 in the chat if you've never been on a Simply live stream and if you were only attracted by the drama. Yes, you are self-reporting in the chat. Let's see it. Let's go. 1 if you've never been here before. Oh, I see you. You only came to witness, Simply Not Logical potentially talking shit about your fave's nail polish. You're ready to clip me? Are you ready to clip me? Or are you ready to argue with me? Who's ready to argue with me and tell me that I'm just, subjectively wrong? Yo, I love the internet. The internet is a lovely place. Welcome to my live stream if you've never been here before. Welcome to the internet. Who has never been on the internet? What a stupid thing. I've been binging your videos because of Sophia. Thank you. Thanks, Sophia, for that promo. Yeah. So, okay, let me start with, I posted a video on Simply Illogical where I reviewed Harry Styles' Pleasing and Machine Gun Kelly's Undone Laqr. That is how you say it, not UNDN. UNDN. No, it's Undone. And I have mentioned to this chat the people who are here quite often on my live streams, that, you know, the usuals who are here, the Menchie Gang, the Sock Squad, and everyone else who just generally tunes into my live streams. You guys have already known for some time that I've been planning on filming this video, but I struggled a lot with making it and editing it because I know that there's going to be a lot of eyeballs and criticism on no matter what I say about someone else who comes out with nail polish for so many reasons. And while this might seem obvious to you, it weighs very heavily on me, and I take it all very seriously because of like a number of reasons. So let me just give you all of my emotional disclaimers, and then we can just move forward. You know, I always feel like context, background information is important. And before we get to the drama or the tea, you know, we have to be responsible on the internet. That's important. And I hope that if I impart any wisdom onto people on the internet, I hope that's one of those things. So there's a few things that made me nervous to make that video at all, to even do a review. The first is obviously, yeah, I own my own nail polish brand. So if I were to criticize anything about any other nail polish, it's possible that if people feel, you know, offended, hurt because they love that celebrity, would take it upon themselves to find an opportunity to turn it back on me and criticize my brand. And that's just like always going to happen. That's just the nature of trying to take down people who you feel have hurt you. And that happens in fandoms, which I'm aware of too. And you just have to learn how to deal with it when you're a content creator. Like, I just have learned that this is a reality for me and I just got to work around it. It just happens, you know? So, but yeah, that's something that made me nervous. I don't want to shit on people and then like open it up to people shitting on me and create just shitty conversation everywhere. So yeah, that's something. Ew, no way did they come for you? Like, I would say that people didn't come for me as I was imagining in my mind that they would, because I put so much thought and effort into making sure that the video ended up balanced. And now in retrospect, my over-analytical brain, which was trying so much to be overly careful and cautious, regrets my cautious decisions, because I ultimately think it ended up in a video that was like too balanced. And even though I was trying so hard to be fair, I actually think I was holding back. If I'm being honest, I was holding back. And I did that intentionally because it's an edited video. You know, I sat on it for 2 weeks. I edited it. I'm a Libra, yes. Okay, Jen. Sure. Explain my actions by my astrological sign. It was visible, was it? I feel like I was trying to be really fair. I had really thought out and kind of drafted the points I wanted to make. I had pros, cons, an effort to be a fair reviewer. But in trying to be so fair, I was kind of overall nice. I don't know. I think I did raise some points that I've always wanted to raise, like the more sociological ones at the end that no one really cares about. They just want to know, like, but is it garbage? And that's not what I want to bring into the world. I honestly feel like I have matured. And that's the other point I just wanted to share with you guys, is that if you, for some reason, tuned into that Simply Illogical video for the first time in 2 years, and you're like, why is she being so calm? Why isn't she yelling? Why isn't it hollow? Yeah, you'd probably be shocked that I was like calm, kind of boring, looked older, a little wiser. And there's a few reasons for that. One is I am actually older. I have aged. But the second is I do feel like I've matured in my content. When I used to think it was funny to just like trash on something because it was so bad, I don't really do that anymore. Part of that is yes, because I have my own brand, so I've like learned how challenging it is, and I've definitely seen both sides of it now. And if someone puts a lot of effort into their brand and they really care about it, I don't want to trash them. However, I don't know, how much effort MGK himself personally put into his brand, so like it's hard to say. But I guess what I'm saying is I don't really know unless I know. And then the other thing is, aside from that, I just feel like I've gotten more calm in general. Like I don't know, like I've just matured with the way I talk on the internet. I still try and keep my editing fun in a main channel video, but generally speaking, I'm more chill, and that's okay. We all kind of grow, we change. And as chat knows, who watches me in my gaming streams, I overthink everything. And that's exactly what I did in this video. I overthought everything I was gonna say that I was critical of. I reworded it. I cut things out that I thought would be too harsh or too critical. And I just like, in the end, was just over evaluating the end result. I'm like, oh my God, are Harry Stan's gonna murder me? Or is this really fair what I'm saying? Like, or do I actually feel this way? I'm double questioning myself. Anyways, who can relate? Who can relate to overthinking everything? Right, Ben? Not you. Not Ben can't relate to overthinking anything. Okay. I need my tea.
What are you overthinking again?
Life.
Is there anything here that's the color red?
This is so good.
Yeah, it is.
No, mine.
You were too nice today, I think.
Is that because you know the difference between good and bad nail polish now? Because you're learning? Because he knows. Ben knows. Mm-hmm.
Just hit yourself in the face with the mug.
I just hit my teeth with my tea. Did you hear that? Did you hear that little clink?
Why are we watching MasterChef? What's going on here?
Okay, one drama at a time. I'm focused.
There's no drama. There were very few comments from
comments.
people mad at you for criticizing.
Yeah, but then I realized my mistake because I was way too fair. So it didn't result in anyone yelling at me unreasonably. When like I should have just been more honest what I was really thinking, and then there would have been stands who were like, fuck you, bitch.
But it's not like you cut out a bunch of specific criticism. You were just like nice, like, oh, they're generally okay, when it's like, were they okay?
Yeah, no. Yeah. Okay, tea counter 1. Oh, you guys are gonna count how many cups of tea I have today? Oh my God, it's true though. I've gone through like a few. Have you been here? Okay, so order of events. I figure first let's go through the comments on my video because I would like to respond, because as always, every time I post a main channel video, which is kind of the frustrating part for me of being a content creator, is you put something out in the world and then people respond and then you're like, fuck, good point. Or shit, I should have mentioned that. And then the comments just sitting there, they linger after your content has already been created and completed, and you just feel this like, damn it. This like weird feeling of being incomplete because someone else is providing words after you, and you're like, shit, this isn't a conversation, is it? And that's one reason why I've really enjoyed live streams, honestly, is that I get to say something and then you get to say something right back and then I get to respond. And it's a conversation. So if you're new here and you're one of those people who says you hate live streams, one good thing that I love about live streams is that I can actually talk to you. So don't hate that. You never thought of it that way? It says how to train your dragon. Yeah, no, like I can read what you're saying and then I can respond back to it. Of course, I can't read every single comment. I didn't mean that because chat moves a little faster. But it's just more helpful in a conversation. I wonder if you had the package without knowing who made them, if you would review it similarly, says Flocko Rock. Yeah, that's good. And I did try and put myself in that position when reviewing them. I'm just like, subjective, simply and illogical, what would you think about these polishes? It's impossible to erase the experience I have in nail polishing for 10 years. and then also my brand experience, you know, in developing formulas and stuff. But at least I can erase like who made it. And I truly think it helped knowing that I am not really sorry to all the fans out there, but I am not a fan of that's being phrased wrong. I don't mean I don't like them, but I'm not really someone who follows Harry Styles and stans them. And I also don't follow or stan Machine Gun Kelly. And same with Tyler, the Creator. Like, I'm aware of all of them and like it's fine, but I'm not an active fan where I track everything they do and love them unconditionally. So just put it that way. So I kind of have an equal perspective on the three of them in the sense of how much I pay attention. And that's fine. Not everyone knows every singer or creator out there. I'm sure they don't give a shit who I am. Criticism will help them improve their brands. Yeah, yes, actually good point. Yes, and I much appreciated when people who were experts at nail polish, like nail artists, would review or not just nail artists, but like people who swatch polish, reviewed Holo Taco at the very beginning when we launched mid-2019, and they gave feedback on some of our creme polishes early on, and we took that feedback into consideration, and the brush feedback as well, and we made changes. So yes, as a brand owner, I can also see the value in criticism. So I hope that my criticism of theirs was valuable. And that is also kind of the perspective I was coming from. Not that I think that they really care, because they're kind of on a different echelon of selling product to their audience that loves their celebrity, as opposed to me, where I think I am, yes, I acknowledge I have, you know, a social platform where people follow me for reasons sometimes unrelated to nail expertise, but also I hope people trust that I have knowledge about the product and really care. So yeah. A big nail polish brand back in the day asked if I would review their products before they released. Yeah, and I said no, because it was clear that they wanted a biased review. So I am never doing biased reviews. What kind of tea are you drinking? What is this, a mix of Irish breakfast tea and maple syrup oolong? Is that right, Ben? Ray Flag says, love your honesty, but please, Christine, never say stylers again. We are the Harrys. I saw that on my video and I'm so confused. Like, you guys are actually called the Harrys? Really? Why? Stylers is such a better name than Harrys. Why? Why did you choose this for yourself? Shout out to all the Harrys. Why Harrys? Or wait, is it both? Okay, chat is divided. Ew, Harrys. Okay, before we move forward, I'm gonna do a poll and ask you who you're a fan of. So, you know, so the bias is stated. We always have to state the bias. Give me a sec. Okay, we're gonna do a poll. We'll do them by each creator. Here. Are you a fan? I won't say stan, because that's like the next level. Are you a fan of Harry Styles? And it's okay if you are or aren't. It's whatever. But we all gotta disclaim our biases, just as I do. And I said I have my own brand. And also when I was like, I don't really care about their music. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying I don't follow it. So let's do Harry Styles first. Are you a hair? Oh my god, the Harrys is getting to me. Okay, in case you're new here, you can answer the poll. If you're on desktop and you open the live chat, it should pop up on the right-hand side and you just click into the blue poll and then vote. If you're on mobile, you have to open the live chat under the video. There's a button that says live chat and then it'll pop under this live stream and you'll see, where you can vote. In case you are new to YouTube live streams, which has been pretty fun. I've been doing them for 6 months. Yeah, I know. I'm like professional. Oh, most people are saying no. The Harrys are coming for you. What about Harry Potter? Yes, that's not who I mean. Wrong Harry. Harry Potter? Harry Styles? Oh my god, I just realized I've been saying Harry Styles like I think of Harry Potter. That's how much I know of Harry Styles. No idea who he is, actually. Okay, there's some people in chat who have no idea. I have an idea. Like, I'm not that, you know, I understand. I've seen him on magazine covers. I know he used to be in One Direction. I've memed about that before because a lot of my audience used to really like One Direction. So, you know, I was like too old for it. At that point, I am currently a 33-year-old lady. You know, it happens. We all get old. Just wait. Okay, so I'm going to end the poll at only 24% of you are a fan of Harry Styles. Okay, so I'm only going to get like this much shit. Now let's do another one. We're going to disclaim all the biases. Second poll. Are you a fan of Machine... Can I type this word? Machine Gun Kelly. Watch, I'm going to get demonetized for writing the word gun. Yes or no? You have to pick one. If you're like kind of a fan, then just say yes. I thought Machine Gun Kelly was like 21 years old, but then I looked it up and he's like over 30. Just based on like the type of music. And I did do some research for this video. Make sure to go answer the poll whether or not you're a fan of Machine Gun Kelly. You must disclaim your biases in chat. Thank you for the super chat, AZ Hughes. Or Daisy. Daisy, yeah. I like your British accent. I'm a Brit and I think you sound posher than me. Petition for you to keep it up the whole stream. Okay, I will try. But, you know, can't guarantee that the UK is going to love my accent. I try so hard, but yet, you know, people tell me it's not that great. I love tea. I don't fucking know. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed a few super chats. Thank you, Gabby. Coming from a person that has followed your more serious content, I enjoyed your perspective on the latest video. Thank you so much, Gabby. That's much appreciated. Yeah, all I knew about Machine Gun Kelly is that he was in a fight with Eminem. And that was so stupid. Okay, my generation would have, you know, said, yes, Eminem, you fuck up this random kid, because this was way back when. But I remember, even though I, like, used to listen to Eminem and he did define my generation, I remember thinking, this is so stupid. These boys are fucking stupid. But that's just me. Hating the drama. The stupid drama just to, you know, make songs, make money. MGK is kind of cringe. Yeah. I think the branding is kind of cringe. But we'll get into that. I liked MGK most in my college angst. Where did I see that? I can't find it. But yeah. Oh, there. Yeah, I can see, you know, and hey, we were all young at one point. I loved, and I'm not trying to say this band is equivalent, but there was bands that when I was young were designed for, you know, the angsty teenager. Like, I listened to Blink-182 all the time. I listened to Stained, and there was like 3 Days Grace songs, and like, that's fine. Everyone listens to angry music when they're angry, which is often when you're a teenager. And if MGK was the person to listen to when I was 16, I would probably be listening. That's just how it is. I think I'm old now. Yeah, if you think you're old now and you don't know who we're talking about, you're probably old. But it's cool. It's fine. Okay, so there's more people who are fans of Harry Styles than are fans of Machine Gun Kelly. There's only 11% of you that are a fan of MGK in this chat. Good to know, good to know. I have to go to work for overnight inventory in half an hour, but looking forward to finishing the stream later. Thank you for streaming. Thank you, Jabo. Yes, so one thing you guys can do is, I mean, I really appreciate everyone who's here live, but because I stream on YouTube, all of my videos turn into VODs, video on demand, so you can watch them on your own time, whenever you want. So I think that's really cool. And I I guess it's my choice. I can leave them up as VODs. I always have so far chosen to. Unless I spilled too much tea and then I'm like, fuck, I gotta take that down. Was Radiohead for you? No, but Radiohead is like still a fave of mine. And not that angsty in a cringy way. Radiohead is like deep and meaningful. But I guess this is subjective. I'm sure there's 10% of you that are going to argue that MGK's, you know, stuff is very deep and meaningful and transcends age and time. I don't think so, but that's just me. I listened to Radiohead 10 years ago and I still listen to them today. If you watch MasterChef, don't leave up the VOD. Ben, stop! Ben, no fair use, no DMCA talk, no MasterChef, none of that in this conversation. We're keeping it to men coming out with nail polish is the topic. Okay, stay on topic. As a longtime fan of Harry's music, I was so confused by this release. Like nail polish and skin... Come back. Nail polish and skincare, who was asking for this? So I answered this question in my video. No one maybe asked for it, but it doesn't fucking matter because all of his fans are gonna buy it. Right? Any Holo Taco tea? Waiting to get my slippers and scrunch. Guys, do not... Please, I beg of you, do not use Super Chat to get... detective hints for Holo Taco. I will tell you them for free. I will just tell you. Fuck, now I have to tell you something, don't I? I took off nail polish I was wearing earlier, which you might have seen if you paid attention to my... wherever I've been in the last week. And that might be a nail polish you should look closely at. Speaking of Holo Taco, I actually did want to mention that that was one thing I struggled with when filming this video, because it, other than just saying, yes, I own Holo Taco, I acknowledge this as like a bias thing. I think I did that like once, maybe twice at the end of the video to bookend it. I deliberately left out any conversation about Holo Taco. I didn't do any comparisons of Harry Styles or MGK's polish to Holo Taco, and I didn't try and talk about how much better Holo Taco is than these brands, because I didn't want that to be the dominant discourse either. I didn't want people to be like, oh, she's just trying to say hers is better. So I like literally said nothing about Holo Taco, just to make sure that that didn't happen, you know? And then I feel like, why am I like almost hiding or just like blanketing the fact that I do have knowledge about another brand that I could, you know, would provide a valuable comparison? But whatever. I ultimately think it was a good decision to not talk that much about Holo Taco or do any comparisons in that video and keep it very separate. But then in the comments, I noticed people making comparisons to Holo Taco and asking why I didn't do that. So then I'm like, I cannot win. I cannot win. Help. I cannot win. You cannot win with the internet. It's not possible. Oh, yes. What about a poll for Tyler? Yes, let's do a poll for Tyler. I apologize that his nail polish was not in this video. I did not get it in time, and also the video would have been way too long. So the last nail polish by a male celebrity that I have today that we'll play with later is Tyler, the Creator. So now you must disclose your biases. Are you a fan of Tyler, the Creator? I must admit, he's probably the person I knew the least about. So I did a little bit of research earlier just to understand. So that poll is up now. If you're a fan of Tyler, the Creator, or not a fan, go ahead and disclose your biases in the poll. It is a mandatory requirement for participating in this chat. Thank you, Math Pie. Would you at least try to use the Holo Taco brushes instead of the short MGK ones? Like put the Holo Taco brush in the MGK one? Yeah, we could try that today. I think I have some extra... Oh my god, I have an extra brush sitting right here because we sell these brushes individually, the wider ones and the skinny ones, because everyone has a different fingernail size. This is great, guys. We're doing research. We do a lot of research on this channel. We do lots of polls. You guys tell me everything about you. And we do stats too. We love stats. We love game stats. When a game is over, I always compare myself to other players. We see stats about you guys. And we see stats about Holo Taco. Best sellers, worst sellers, you know, all of it. Causing drama. I'm a fan of Tyler Williams. Does that count? Yes, if you're a fan of Tyler Williams, aka Sophia's lover boy, then yes, that absolutely counts. I like Tyler's style. I don't listen to his music a lot, but I like his brand and branding, said Francine. Yeah, I think that's probably where I'd put myself. I don't really know his music, but I have seen like clips. I don't even know where I've seen them, just like maybe on Twitter, maybe on MTV. Or so that's probably not even true. Is MTV even a thing? I don't know. I just feel like I've seen him in places and thought like he looked cool. Yo, it's okay to not know everything. Yes, same, where'd that super chat go? Yes, exactly. I know none of these people. I'm as old as you. Yeah, so I know of them. I'm not gonna pretend like I've never heard of them. I definitely have, but I'm not knowledgeable enough as some people who are fans. Okay, so are you a fan of Tyler, the Creator? 83% said no. Interesting. I was thinking this one would be more because I thought he was like more prominent, especially with the YouTube and creative community. I don't know why I thought that. Okay, so in order of which artist we have more fans of, we have the most fans of Harry Styles. Hold on, let me close this poll. Yeah, so we have the most fans of Harry Styles in this chat, and then Tyler, the Creator fans, and then Machine Gun Kelly fans. But overall, most of you don't know anyone. Do you know Simply Nailogical? Maybe not. I bet 80% of you will say no. So that's funny. I was definitely expecting more people to be fans, but that's cool. You know, it is what it is. It's fine. What happens when the bonus limited edition polishes have issues in it? Okay, I thank you for your super chat. Please do not use super chat or this chat in general as Holo Taco customer service. I mean, the answer is yes, we keep stock for customer service reasons, but please reserve questions like that for Holo Taco related, you know, socials. Ask customer service. Which is not in this chat. This is simply not logical. Okay. I want to look at this video, so you're just looking at this weird frame of me. I would like to look at, oh, okay. Thank you, Vanessa. Harry should have released a pearl jewelry line instead, since he was the one that reignited the pearl necklace trend, especially for men. So that's why there's pearls. Yeah, that was one of my questions. Like, why the pearls, Harry? Harry, why so many pearls? It's so fancy. Yeah, anyways, there's pearls on nail polish. I guess that's his thing. Okay, I would really like us to look through the comments. Okay, so get ready. Buckle up. We are going to the YouTube comments section. It's a dangerous place, I hear. You must approach with caution. Okay? Christine, have you given permission to use this video? I have not. I am right now violating copyright. Simply Nailogical is gonna strike my ass. She's gonna take all the revenue from this video. Because she can on YouTube, because we have content ID. Ben is calling the lawyers to find out what to do right now. I called you guys stylers. I'm sorry, 23%. Okay, Hope Scope, shout out to your leggings. Not Your Mom's Nail Polish is literally a shade of pink that all our moms had in their makeup cabinet. We missed you, thank you. Yeah, I did see comments about this, like the use of the language, not your mom's nail polish, not just by MGK, but in other brands or marketing as well. They try and like use women, especially like moms, as an insult. And that is a very strange thing in effort to sound edgy. And I think other people feel that way. Where did I see that? Was it under these comments, or it was probably, oh, I think it was a different comment. Okay. I definitely saw this as more of a criticism later in the comments. So I think that that's an interesting, yeah, it's degrading. Yeah, it's like not your mom's nail polish. Like, it's weird. Also, like, the color that was referencing was like a light pink. Like, I don't understand. Your nail polish that is literally just nail polish paint in a bottle that is square with a black cap is not your mom's, so it's just like that much cooler. So in the same vein, I did see a lot of comments like this one. So true in calling items for men puts more emphasis on the stigma of men using it. I work in retail and men come in looking for an umbrella. And since it's in the accessories area and they say they want the ones for men. Really? Is this true? Where do you live? Chat, does anyone live in a location where there's like umbrellas for men? What? I've never heard of this. I think gendering products is so stupid, especially when pretty much all products work for any human. Yes, absolutely. And I do want to point out, though, just in fairness to both of the brands that I reviewed, the for men wasn't prominent language used at the forefront of their own websites. However, the media used that kind of stuff a lot, specifically like gender neutral or unisex, as if to imply that other nail polish wasn't unisex or gender neutral. So yeah, like I don't think they necessarily said this nail polish is for men, like Harry Styles didn't say that, but it is kind of the vibe you get when you see a whole bunch of marketing, especially like marketing companies that you gave an interview to, and then their headlines read something like Harry Styles is revolutionizing because he's introducing a gender neutral nail polish, or MGK. And it's like, okay, was nail polish previously like women, like for women, like and marketed by that? I don't think so. But do you have more shapes of your glasses? No, I don't have more shapes in my glasses. Do you think men would actually buy them though? Yeah, okay. So there's two arguments here, and I want to talk about both of them. First of all, and I have always maintained this, and I've said this for years when I painted Ben's nails like a million years ago, before it was cool for men to sell nail polish brands, that nail polish doesn't have a gender. You can put it on anyone's nails as long as you're a human. You have nails. If you have nails as a human, you can paint them because it's fucking paint. And I don't care what gender you are. And I've always said that. However, I do want to appreciate and just point out that, yeah, like there is a nuance to the marketing. And I understand what people mean when historically, you know, in the beauty store, you'd walk down the aisles and you'd see like big brands like Sally Hansen and whatever. And it's all like pink looking, and there's like flowers, and it's like the blooming spring line collection with nude beiges to pinks and glamorous reds for that spicy night out. Like, yes, I see how that branding targets women, and I do think that in general the nail polish market can do better to be more inclusive in marketing. Okay, however, I still think all nail polish has always like fucking been around for anyone to use. Some branding can be off-putting towards people who aren't women. I get that. So I appreciate the evolution that I think a lot of brands have already made in the last 10 years. Yeah, so that's how I feel. Like, and Holo Taco, okay, fine. We'll use Holo Taco as an example. I don't think there's anything about Holo Taco branding, the language we use, the names of the shades, or the vibe of the collection story that is inherently like for girls. I've never thought of nail polish in that way, and I wouldn't want to do that. I think that it's like funky, fun, you know, sparkly, badass, and I mean that's just my personal preference, nail polish, and I hope that I've never, you know, advertised in a way or made people feel excluded. And I hope that that's how all nail polish companies operate. And, you know, if not completely yet, maybe eventually. You miss super chats and it's stressing me out. I know, I apologize. However, sometimes I would like to be able to get a thought through and then look at super chats. It's my birthday and I'm going to make cake. Fuck you guys, I can't help you. I cannot help you. I do not bake. Ask Ben. Ben, can you reply to this comment? A men's umbrella is those little hats with the umbrella attached. What? Using your hands is feminine to the high street. You're being funny, right? Or wait, is that like those hats with an umbrella? I don't understand. I live in Canada. There is snow. We don't go outside. Or we wear a toque. Yeah, and please, not all super chats will get a response, especially when I have a thought that I would like to talk about, and if it's just missed. Yeah. Make a carrot cake, said Ben. It's sarcasm? Yeah, oh damn, I'm just dumb. It's hard to tell tone when I'm, like, reading. Little Poggy. Well, your name is Poggy, yeah, so maybe I don't believe you. Okay, so that's my thoughts on, you know, items branded for men. I kind of think it's marketing, but I did want to acknowledge that even though something doesn't say for men or women, the branding and the aesthetics can present to be designed to target one gender over another. So just want to acknowledge that. But a lot of people, 5,000 people, agreed with this comment that it's harmful to actually market things that way. And although these brands didn't explicitly do that, the media kind of turned it into that. And pushing so hard for like a unisex, like saying we are for unisex, all genders can use this nail polish, inherently implies that previously men or non-women couldn't use nail polish that didn't use that kind of language, which is just like weird to me. I'm just like, what? Like, how many men do we have in this chat right now who have been painting their nails for years? Comment. Everyone be quiet unless you are not a woman and you've been painting your nails. I know we have some. What up, male species? Remember the 10% of my audience. Let's see it. Me, Aaron Murphy, shout out. Me, shout out to Blankets, Kyle, Jay Summit, Buddlers, Julian. Yes, Julian. Yeah. Non-binary, trans, painting nails. Yep. Everyone. See? Non-binary counts. Yep. Everyone. I'm saying specifically people who aren't the, you know, expected woman to be painting their nails. See? There you go. Proof to the media that this isn't really revolutionary. I'm sorry. And I appreciate, though, that brands maybe can do good by having more inclusive messaging. I think we can all aim to do better. But basing your branding on that, like I was saying in the video, I am always a little skeptical and critical, and I'm wondering, like, what was your motivation for that? Is this just, you know, a really convenient thing to do to make more money? I know, Julian, where's your polish? Having male swatches would be cool. Yes, Dream Lover. We are expanding our swatcher catalog. We're working on that. We have been working on that for Holo Taco for some time. And actually, Ben is in 2 of our listings for the next one. That's all he had time to shoot for me. But Ben himself will make an appearance in some upcoming polish listings. Yeah, so anyways, the point is, like, so many men coming out with nail polish in the last few years, it doesn't seem that revolutionary to me, who is someone who is so invested in the nail painting world, where I know for a fact on Instagram, a lot of accounts I follow, there's men and, you know, not just the traditional woman people who have been painting their nails for years. So maybe it does feel frustrating to those people to see a bunch of men deciding now is the time to, you know, launch a brand and make some money. Why are we calling Ben? Oh, Ben. I'm always questioning people's motivations. I'm like, is this for good or do you want money? You know? Okay. Once the balls are off, there's nothing special about it. Christine 2022. Did I say this? Oh my god, I said this. Oh, I meant the pleasing balls. Like the on top. This thing. This ball. I'm a 45-year-old man and just started painting my nails this year thanks to your videos. Awesome. That's so good to hear. Thank you. This is the pleasing ball. Well, I have like trance music on for some reason. Do we like Harry's balls? Look how big it is. Like, they really are so big. Okay, you want a comparison here? This is easy to hold. It is closer in size to a pen. That is how you apply nail polish, ergonomically. This, I don't know what to tell you. I know you're supposed to remove it. Or wait, shit. You have to like pull it. It says on the website it's optional, like you can take this off. Oh god, the ball almost rolled away. So you can use this and then that's more ergonomic, you know, like normal, but it's very short, which is like kind of weird to like hold something like this short and try and paint. Or you can try and paint with a ball, which is like fucking weird. This is just too wide. Sorry, I'm sorry, but like no one's hand is as big. Not even men with big hands. It's just like, do you use a pen that is this fat? I don't think so. Are you a bear? No. What is this sphere made of? I have no idea. It's hard to tell. It's not that heavy, so I don't think it's like actually marble. What does that sound like? Plastic? Might be plastic, but I don't know. They don't need to tell you either because it's not part of the ingredients of the polish. You can use Harry's nail polish ball to massage your temples and body. Maybe that's why it's called pleasing. Kiwi. What? Don't put this in chat's head. Is that why it's $20 too? $20. $13. Which one gives you more pleasure? Okay, we're having fun with Harry's balls. Apologies to the 23% of Harry Styles fans in the chat. Who has tea? Get your tea. It's already been almost an hour, guys. We need to keep reading. I'm so glad she mentioned the using people's insecurities as a marketing angle thing, even if only briefly. It never sits quite right with me either, TBH. Yeah. Yeah, I only said this for like one sentence. I did have more thoughts on this. I have a lot of mixed feelings about it, mostly because in marketing, if you ever take marketing classes, I have not, but I've heard from people who've taken them. They often teach you that like the best way to make a sale is to present someone a problem, make it worse, and then offer them a solution. And it's really easy to do that on someone's insecurities, especially with women who have a lot of insecurities. I'm not gonna go on like women's branding tangent because we're talking about men's nail polish today. But it does irk me when brands use, you know, things that remind you of like mental health issues in their branding. I just feel like it's kind of inappropriate. It's the monetization of people's serious trauma and problems. And although the counter argument that this person is offering is that, well, it's okay because MGK specifically deals with mental health issues and has talked about it and like in his music is the argument basically. I think there's a few ways to interpret that. I think like as an artist, it's totally fair to share your experience, and I think there's something admirable about that. And I have read some of the lyrics of his songs just to educate myself, and I think it's fine. Like there's nothing wrong with telling your story in your artwork. I think the second you move from that to some kind of mass production where we're gonna sell that to people, I take a little bit of an issue. And that line is gray because you could also argue, well, he's making money off his records. Yes, sure. But I do think music is his primary artistic purpose. Like that's what he does. That's what he loves. That's what he's good at, according to his fans. But then turning that into marketing for nail polish or anything for a broader consumer market who may not know of him or his issues and isn't making that connection kind of feels just wrong. And I don't really have any other better words how to put that more like a smart, intelligent person, because it's been a long time since I've been in a sociology class. It's been 10 years. But if I was writing an essay on this in second year university, oh, I would fucking rip that apart, and my sociology profs would love it. Yeah, it can be problematic, and it's just the participation in this like mass consumption and the commodification of people's insecurities that gives me pause, makes me reevaluate, like making sure I'm not doing that. I don't want to fucking do that to people. I don't want to take advantage of people's emotions in that way, and I don't want to it's shady. Yeah, that's another word. But Chris, you did that when you launched Holo Taco. Just add a Holo Taco. That's not the same thing. Yeah, okay. I do reflect, and this has made me reflect over and over. Rip it. Okay, guys. When I saw Machine Gun Kelly's branding, and it made me it made me like question, like, why are we calling a polish after depression? Or why are we naming this orange polish 25 years to life? Because getting life in prison is not funny, but let's sell it for $18 in a bottle. And maybe he sung about that in his songs, so fans will defend it because, like, oh, it's authentic, because like maybe he went to prison. I fucking don't know, but he surely didn't go to prison for 25 years to life. But that's besides the point. Yeah, it makes me think, like, have I done anything like this? And I hope that my brand mottos, like, got boring nails, just add a Holo Taco, it doesn't really tap into a deep-rooted insecurity of people, because boring nails is just, like, you know, pretty platonic in this grand scheme of things. It's not saying that you're unhappy or an outcast in life and that you need to find a purpose. I think it's pretty jokey, but that's my take, you know, my meme-y internet take. It's consistent with my Simply memes. But yeah, I definitely question, like, I hope I'm just not doing that. What about existential crisis? Yeah, I Googled that before I did it because the last thing I wanted to do was to imply like mental health issues, and I came to the conclusion that existential was fundamentally, by definition, based in a philosophical questioning of existence as opposed to a mental health issue. So that was the conclusion I came to. But yeah, I thought about it. I was like, wait, is this problematic? But then I reread the definition of existential, and I thought it was more of a philosophical question that we can all have. And I didn't see it as, you know, an issue. But, you know, just boring then? Yeah, I didn't think boring was, like, really an insult. Your slogan jokes are definitely lighthearted. Things like frozen bananas and tacos are not offensive. And I think it's important, you know, for brand owners to question these things, to be reminded existentialism is philosophy. Yeah, that's the conclusion I came to. I don't think either of the creators would have personally seen the product a lot more than looking at it, like modeling it at the end. Okay. Yeah, that's something that we should definitely talk about, because that's something I was so stupidly left that out of the video, because I think I was ranting about some other shit and then I just cut it out. So my criticism at some part was that do they even paint their own nails on a regular basis, or do they just like have their very talented celebrity nail artists who do their nails for them, and oftentimes that may not even include their product? So like, are they an authentic user of their product that they're selling people who don't have access to manicurists that are celebrities to do them all the time? But the one thing I missed and didn't add to that, which was like an obvious good second point, was how involved are these artists in the actual creation of their own product. Because I personally think that that says a lot to me about whether or not they care about the brand, to what extent this is just like a clear revenue driver that their manager said, this is a great idea, let's make some money, let's start a brand. And yes, that may sound extremely cynical, but this is how this industry works. And I have seen and heard way too many things, and now it's hard to not think that that is the exact conversation that is going on behind closed doors. I've been jaded. So yeah, I don't know. Did Harry Styles spend months trying out painting his nails? Did he have input on the formulas, the colors, the packaging, the design, the aesthetics, the branding? Or did he hire a branding agency and a company to basically come up with all of the ideas, the formulas, and give very little feedback other than like, pink sounds good, and let me pose for some pictures and get my nails painted to pose for that? I don't know. And that can sound kind of harsh, because I don't know, but I, on the other side of this table, know that I spend every fucking day working on Holo Taco, trying to make it better. And you guys see that because I literally show me working on it all the time on Snapchat, or you see me presenting you data. But it does make me question the authenticity of someone's brand, because we have no idea how involved they are. And it's hard to imagine that they are truly that involved, especially when it's so obvious that it was like a big branding agency that just made it. That's really clear with MGKs. Like, it's so obvious that they didn't even have the name of the shades at the bottom of the bottle. Could have been just stock colors. I don't know. It's just speculation, but you know. That's why Tyler's feels really authentic. He cares about the products he puts out and always talks about the process of making them. Does he? Where did he talk about developing nail polish? Does anyone know? Where did Tyler, the creator, talk about developing nail polish? It's one thing if he talked about developing like a brand. His brand is FLEUR. But I mean, the polish itself, like why nail polish? And what was your input on them? Yeah, I guess the point is you don't really know unless you know. So unless those creators chose to share their behind the scenes, that wasn't just, you know, some one-day shoot to present the appearance of the fact that they contributed, when really, like, it was a one-day shoot for PR reasons. On YouTube and Instagram, he spoke about it in a video. Okay, so I don't know that. That's really interesting, though. Maybe I'll look that up after. Okay, why are we all talking about holosexual? I don't even know how that came up. We've spoken about this before. We're not using it anymore in this community. Do you have plans for Holo Taco to do a collab with other YouTubers, influencers, celebrities in the future? Yes, we do. And I personally believe that larger nail polish brands, like, you know, mainstream brands like OPI, Essie, Sally, all of those that haven't been revolutionizing, you know, or welcoming people who aren't women, I guess, if you want to put it that way, into wearing nail polish, that maybe those brands can start by doing collabs and, you know, featuring male models or something in their work. And I can't be making announcements, guys, but it is way too early for me to tell you anything, because the second I give you any hints, you're like, fuck, it's coming out next week. We are working on something. Holo Taco is working on something. That's all I will tell you. Now I have to go pee. Because I have to pee. And I'm not just saying that. Let me pee and I'll be right back. Here you go. Be right back. Do you like the cat clock? Do you remember? It's 2014 Simply Illogical up in here. Did you guys talk shit while I was gone? Stop spilling tea. Purposely don't have the chat on the screen for this one to hope people miss anything you just said. What's this ban? Have you come to stop me? Oh, I wasn't even done this tea and I already have a refill. I love this.
Tea number 2.
Tea number 2. Thank you. Always gotta have hot tea, you know what I'm saying?
Up the counter.
Tea number 2. All right. Okay. Where were we? Discussing the comments on my video. Okay. So yes, we've covered that using insecurities as a marketing angle makes people feel uncomfortable. It makes me feel uncomfortable too. And I really try and avoid leaning on that, or try not to do it at all. But you know, sometimes it's hard to know everyone's insecurities. So I'm not saying it's always possible, but if that is the premise of your branding, I kind of have an issue with it. But that's just me. You know, sometimes this kind of branding that leans into your insecurities speaks to people. And I mean, well, yeah, it speaks to them and then they buy it. And that's kind of the point and the goal. But some people don't mind it. Marketers don't mind it. Marketers love that shit. I was literally Googling, or I was searching on YouTube earlier because I was trying to find a critique of marketing that capitalizes on people's insecurities. And all I could find was not a critique, but a lesson. Like the top videos were lessons on how to capitalize on people's insecurities. Like if you just search on YouTube, insecurity, emotional marketing, you'll find TED Talks from people that are just like teaching you how to do it. And I listened to a few of them and it's just like douchey bros telling you like, this is how you get people, this is how, you know, make them feel bad about something and then you sell it to them. Yeah, profit. And I kind of just wanted to die. Yeah. It's mostly like TED Talks from like 6 years ago. Yeah, so sounds about right. Yeah, I've definitely been reflecting more and more on this ever since I started a brand, because I never really like thought about it that much before, because like why would I? And now I'm just like constantly questioning the motivation of people. Anyways, let's keep reading the comments. Simply is one of the only reviewers I trust to give completely honest review. Christine is so well educated. I really wish the last monologue was a separate video in itself so I could share it because I think she's speaking on something that everyone really needs to start thinking about. I appreciate that. The last part of the video is like 5 minutes of my serious reflection that I condensed. So I've already given some of that reflection in the last hour, the extension of my reflection. But I appreciate that, and I feel like I'm not really a review channel, let's be honest. I've never been a review channel. I've been kind of a parody channel. I've been an entertainment channel. I have sometimes done reviews where I'm like comparing all the white nail polishes or all the black nail polishes, but generally speaking, I wouldn't classify that as my core stuff, especially right now. Now I just talk. Now my core stuff is just talking shit. No, just kidding. But I appreciate that people listened to the last things I had to say. There's usually a follow-up on Simply Podlogical. Yeah, well, we were gonna do that, but then the DMCA shit happened. So we had to talk about that. I don't know. Do you guys want Ben's takes on nail polish brands that have been released recently by men celebrities? Do you want to know what he thinks? Or have we basically said it all? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, chat wants to hear Ben. That's not good. No. I don't know. Maybe we'll think about making it a podcast episode. But I also feel like I'm already saying everything in this live stream, so I'm not sure what else I would add in a podcast episode, but maybe Ben will go off. Ben's takes are always appreciated. Are they though? Are they? Ben more polarizing than Simply. Me seeing Harry Styles release nail polish. I wonder how long it will take before Christine reviews this. Christine about 2 months later. Hello. Yes, I was bombarded with tweets. Review, pleasing, now. The second it came out. So, you know I had to do it. Shafia. But Christine, what about the pop hit single, Holo It's Me? Edit. Just got to that part of the video. I'm glad it's not forgotten. Yes. Yeah. I was thinking about doing a parody of like Harry Styles' song. Like, you're so hollow. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. But then I just didn't end up doing it. Which is fine. I kind of just wanted to mentally move on from my mind. Or Watermelon Sugar. Yeah, that's Ben's favorite song. He sings it all the time. It's so, like, I don't think I've ever even heard that song in full. 23% Don't Hate Me. I've only heard the chorus because Ben sings it all the time. Simply let's drink some whiskey together on this Whiskey Wednesday. Guys, we're not getting drunk and talking about brands. I mean, you can get drunk or tea, whatever you prefer. You got me at shout out to all the men who've been painting their nails for years. Yeah, like men have been painting their nails for years. I'm sorry. Like this is not that revolutionary, sir, to come out with nail polish and say, finally, we have unisex nail polish, which means men can now wear nail polish. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just so in the nail polish world that it's a duh for me. Like, when men wear nail polish. Have you been on Instagram? Have you been on Reddit? Like, yes. And maybe it's just like old stupid people who don't realize that yet. But I feel, or I hope, although yes, I realize I am not always seeing the most conservative populations living in Canada. It's not that bad from my perspective. But yes, I want to acknowledge that I only come from my perspective, not everyone else's. But I know we have a pretty progressive audience in the chat, and I'm fairly confident that all of you acknowledge that if you're a guy, you paint your nails, or if you're not a guy, you might know a guy who painted their nails, and if you saw a guy painted their nails, you would think nothing of it because it's literally just paint. I highly doubt that there's anyone in this chat that would think anything else. So that's why I just have such a hard time understanding why media is this is changing the world. And I'm like, dude, we've done it. It's 10 years ago. It's like when gay marriage was legalized in the States. At least that's how I felt, because it was legalized in Canada 10 years before. So when it was legalized in America, yes, this is a celebration for America. But from my perspective, I was like, yeah, this is normal. This has been normal for 10 years. Because it's clickbait for boomers. Yeah, you might be right. Maybe that's what it is. America's always behind. I was watching a YouTube video earlier that was called, like, remember that old show from 10, 20 years ago called What Would You Do? And it was that, like, guy who would always intervene, like, this woman was saying this, we caught her live on camera, and we've hired actors to entrap her. And the situation was, here, I'll just show you. We're not gonna actually play it, but I just want to show you for reference. Nail polish on the sun or something. Is this one? Yeah. Young boy asked for manicure at the nail salon. What would you do? It says it's from 2 years ago, but I actually think it was filmed like 9 years ago. At least that's what the comments were suggesting. And it was hired actors, a woman, like a fake parent and her fake son. And they came into a nail salon, and the young boy, who was 10 years old, wanted pink nail polish. And then they hired another actor to say that that was bad. Like, why would you let him wear that? His father's not gonna be happy. They're literally paying actors to say this to a kid, who's also an actor, and then they just, like, see the reaction of people in the salon. And I watched this earlier, and I'm like, this is so fucking cringy. Like, it's so weird. This shouldn't be, this should not be a big deal. We should not be making television shows like, what would you do in this situation? It's just fucking weird. I know it's kind of old, so maybe that explains it. But yeah, in the year 22, it's a little fucking weird. What were people's reactions? He wants a son who plays... Oh, yeah, so the comments will reiterate the reactions. The sad thing is that the entrapment worked, and some of the unsuspecting people who eventually signed a release form, obviously, or else they wouldn't have been in it, they allowed themselves to be on this television show looking like a fucking idiot. Like, one of them said he wants a son who plays football. Like, no, lady, you are just wrong. And it's pretty. You never seen this?
You understand the point of the show is, like, they want to see people intervene.
Yeah, but
in saying it's okay that the little boy wants his nails painted, right?
Yeah, but what ended up happening, that did happen. Well, both happened. There were some people who were trying to protect the son, but then there was actual dumbasses who were like, who said this, he wants a son who plays football. And then another lady who said it's not right, it's wrong. And they were like, not the actors. No, the actual people around in the salon. And I was just like, yo, you're dumb. Okay. And then they signed a release form because, like, they're on it. So I'm just, like, shocked. I'm like, what? You look like an idiot. You dumbass. So that's actually what you believe and you have no shame. Okay.
The show's probably all fake anyway, right?
I mean, maybe, but I don't know.
Was it Steve Cojones? Cojones?
Sorry, I need the mouse. If you guys want to watch it, you can watch it on your own. I don't want to get DMCA'd. Be
a little hypocritical.
Or be a hypocrite. No. Ben just spilled all of my pleasing.
Harry's balls!
Ben. They can't see the floor, but he spilled it all over the floor. Did it break? I want to die now. Ben.
You dropped this.
This packaging sucks. There's something I was not as straight, not as forthcoming.
It's the packaging's fault.
Honestly, this packaging is garbage, though. Yeah. Okay, well, pardon Ben's interruption. Where were we? Holy shit. Okay, this is a fun thing to go watch on your own, to just be like, what the fuck is wrong with human beings? Does it say when it was filmed? Ugh. I know it's not from 2 years ago. It looks like it was filmed 10 years ago. It's been almost 8 years. Yeah, okay, so it was 8 years ago. So, you know, okay, it was still 8 years ago. But I still want to punch some of those, the people in the face. Anyways, aren't we all introverts? Yeah, there was like some article, like an edgy article that was like, Machine Gun Kelly releases nail polish for introverts, because in an interview he said something to that effect, and I also thought that was a fucking weird use of marketing to tap into a certain group of people. Hey introvert, you're a little weirdo who likes to stay alone at home. This nail polish is for you. Imagine if Holo Taco said that. Hey weirdos. I don't know. Okay, this isn't that bad. Like, this isn't like, you know, a mental health issue or anything. But I just thought it was funny because, like, hello, we are all introverts. I am an introvert. All of you, I see you. You guys right now sitting at home by yourself. You like being by yourself. Who's painting their nails by themselves right now? Finally, we have nail polish for you. Yeah. As I have the existential crisis music still playing in the background. I gotta take that off my playlist. It's COVID. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let me just see if there's any comments related to stuff that we haven't covered yet. When a celebrity brand is super overpriced, that's almost always a surefire way to know that the celebrity isn't actually involved in the brand, it's just being paid for the use of their name. Oh my god, I could go on about this one forever, because I actually know about the profit margins and the alleged celebrity surcharge. Now, I don't know, obviously, about the pleasing's specific profit margin. I would never know that, but I know, generally speaking, you know, what makes sense, how much nail polish costs. And I can't tell you everything. I do too much of that already, I know. Like Gucci. Yeah, it's like Gucci. Oh my god. No, Gucci was more expensive. Gucci was $39. Well, that was Canadian, right? So it's probably more like 20, 27. I can't remember the US price. I just remember the Canadian price. But for MGK and Harry, I remember those in US prices because that's how I reported it. Harry's polishes, here, I'll pull them out again. You could get the kit for, what was it, $65? But individually, you could buy one or two of them, like these white ones you could buy individually, for $20. And I don't have the facts, I don't have their financial spreadsheets, but if I were to speculate, that's a giant fucking profit margin. Price at $20, yeah. It's just, you know, allegedly, my speculation. Maybe they paid $8 for this plastic thing on the top. It's possible. It'd be pretty stupid, but it's possible. And I did see an argument in the comments that I wonder if the 23% are gonna raise, is that his brand is sustainable and therefore that justifies the price. So if that's your argument, I would like you to define what you mean by sustainable. And what does that mean to you? So go ahead, take 15 seconds of delay to explain what, like, if you're a fan of Harry and you're like, but it's $20 because it's sustainable. What does that mean? Tell me what you think that means. And there's not even mixing balls in there. Yeah, someone pointed that out. I had no idea. There's no mixing balls in here? Yeah, you would definitely see it in here. Okay, so for They always fall to the other side, so it's really hard to show on a camera. Oh, there. Okay. I gotta show you a mixing bowl to demo. There. This is hard when it's like the opposite of gravity. There. That's a mixing ball. Normally in nail polish, the pigments require having 2 metal mixing balls because it helps mix the pigments together. Because nail polishes settle over time. That's normal. You know, no matter the brand, over time, if it's been sitting on the shelf, you're going to see a little bit of separation. But what's helpful is you're going to have mixing balls in it so that when you roll it around or shake it, the metal balls help distribute the pigment more evenly. It helps with application. It helps with like a little refresh of the formula. But someone pointed out there's no mixing balls in here, and I am like, is that correct? Actually, you can hear them when I shake them to my ears. Did anyone like empty this and actually confirm that there's no mixing balls? Because I don't want to say factually that there isn't, but at some point I should be able to run them down and see them, you know? I wish Christine was my nail tech. Guys, I'm not a licensed nail tech, by the way. I did not go to school for nails. Okay, anyways, mixing balls are like a fraction of a cent. That's not even what makes up the money. That's not even my argument, so who cares? It's just like kind of a thing that I'm like, why is there no mixing balls? It's such a standard thing. Every nail polish brand has mixing balls. Let me go back and read chat about sustainability. So who was thinking that nail polish is worth $20 because in their branding they use the word sustainable? Is the top made out of plastic and glass? I don't know. They didn't say that. With that plastic insert of the packaging, I doubt they are that sustainable. Okay, one thing I will say that I think, although this wasn't made clear unless I just missed that, their packaging seems to be recyclable because it looks like it's all cardboard, which maybe you interpret that as sustainable, which is like cool. Hey, environmentally friendly packaging. However, it's not like this cardboard costs more. In fact, it's usually the opposite, that the more like, you know, substantial packaging costs more than cardboard. So this isn't an argument for the price. It's just an argument for sustainability. But one thing I really want to point out that I didn't really drive home in the video was that, hey, I think it's great to try and reduce waste, you know, landfills, etc. However, if that's going to be a risk to your product and you're going to break your bottles, or the customer's going to like open their package to a bunch of broken shit, is that sustainable? So I can appreciate the effort to like only use cardboard. We're actually working on more sustainable packaging. It's not ready yet because we're doing testing and we've been working on it for a really long time because it's important to ship glass bottles that contain nail polish carefully so that they don't break. You don't want your customer to open it up and see a bunch of broken glass. And also, if that happens, you just like spilled nail polish paint everywhere and you're gonna do what? Just throw it in the garbage? That's not good for the environment either. You want to use the nail polish on your nails. So yeah, I've definitely seen people point out that they received broken nail polishes. It seems like that was a consensus in the comments as well. And that's because of this. Like, oops, look, I just didn't even mean to do that. But these polishes don't stick in there. They just sit on top of this. They're not like held that well. And then what happens is there's too much room between where the nail polish is and the top of this box. So in shipping, especially if this platform kind of breaks, like it did right here. Oops. So mine didn't break, but apparently a lot of other people's did. And to me, based on my experience, this looks like it did not go through enough QA to determine that this was in fact good enough packaging that would protect the product. Careful, Christine, don't break one. Yeah. So yeah, sustainable, environmental friendly. I need to know what a brand means when they say those words. I feel like just using that language in marketing and then like not explaining what that means or why isn't an excuse for me. It doesn't justify on its own a overpriced product based on industry standard, based on the rest of the market. That is the true tea. It looks like drugstore nail polish. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This pink, hey, it's a color choice. If you like this kind of bubblegum pink, there's a Menchie hair on mine. That did not come with it. I put that there. This is definitely not my vibe with this like very subtle shimmer. Not really for me. It doesn't do anything special for me, but that's because I am extremely obsessed with specialty pigments, that this is kind of underwhelming for my standard. However, it may not be underwhelming for someone else. You know? Are the balls biodegradable? This? I don't know. Not that I've heard of. I mean, I'm not an environmental disposal expert, but I would have a hard time seeing how this ball that's kind of plasticky would be biodegradable. But I don't think that's the point. Like, nail polish isn't, you know, it's, you display this, you keep this, you use it up, right? That's just, it is what it is. It's a product that's meant for consumption in that sense. And then when you're done, yeah, you end up with a glass bottle with paint in it. I just can't get past how much the bottles look like Fisher Price Little People from my childhood. I know exactly what you mean. Like, they're like all gonna walk around. Hello, hello. Almost dropped it again. Do you guys not know what that is? Fisher Price Little People? Fisher Price Little People? Well, they have like faces and stuff. Just pretend it's Harry's face. According to the website, it's biodegradable. What is the packaging? Sometimes, I guess I'm just saying is that it's hard to know as a customer what a brand means when they use words that sound good, like environmentally friendly and sustainable. I hope that all brands these days are, you know, doing that to the extent that they can anyways. I kind of feel like that's just an expectation. Same thing with cruelty-free, you know, and vegan in terms of like makeup and nail polish. You kind of just expect that all brands are doing that. And I think it's fine, you know, and you should put somewhere on your website that you're vegan and cruelty-free and whatever. But using it at the forefront of your branding as like a, by the way, we are sustainable, blah, 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 blah. Like, unless you have something that is so fundamentally different than industry standard and you're like revolutionizing it, it kind of just feels like you want to pick in on a certain market and you're not really doing anything different than everyone else who is making the best effort they can to be as sustainable and environmentally friendly as possible, given the reality of the product that they're selling. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just like very skeptical when companies use words like that at the forefront of their branding, unless I'm seeing like true evidence of something really different than industry standard. Okay, let's do some swatches. I'm gonna shut up. We've read through enough comments. And maybe I'll save my nails for Tyler's, since we haven't painted with Tyler's. Actually, let me ask you guys. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. Bloop. I want to ask you who we should paint first. Who do we paint first, chat? Let me just put this here so you can... Guys, I look like Twitch now. I look like Twitch with my transparent chat. Okay, hold on. Let's do a poll. I'm gonna ask you guys, whose nail polish should we use first? Fans, speak up. Whose nail polish to play with first? So I'm gonna use swatch wheels and my nails, although can't reserve all my nails for all of them since I only have 5 free nails at the moment. Pleasing, undone, lack. Nope. There's no vowels in it. Or is there vowels in it? I don't know. I don't fucking know. That's the thing these days. Just take out all the vowels and suddenly you're a cool brand. And Tyler the Creator's is Golf Le Fleur, I think. Golf the Flower. Alright, chat. Vote which nail polish I should use first. And buy swatch wheels in case you don't know what that is. I mean, these things, which I paint on all the time, just to like show you guys the colors, how they compare, and it's just an easy way to do a bunch of things at once. Because I only have 5 nails that are unpainted. Simple and logical, yeah. If I were cool, that would have been my name. I fucked up, guys. I fucked up. I have vowels in my name. HLTC is your new brand. Holo Taco. Oh, Golf Le Fleur is winning. Is Tyler French? Does he speak French? Est-ce qu'il parle français? Golf Le Fleur. Your name SNL. Yes, Saturday Night Live. Golf Le Fleur means golf the flower. The literal translation. Golf the flower. That's, you know, love, always do that. I'm always golfing the flower. What is a golf the flower? Good question, I don't know. Does Tyler the Creator speak French? Does he know French? Is that why his brand is Le Fleur? No one seems to know. We don't know. It is also cool to use French words in branding, even if you don't know French. He might know French. I don't know. I could be wrong. Simplement néological. Yeah. Use Harry's balls to golf the flower. Oh, guys. Chat, you need to... Chat needs to behave. That comment wasn't even from Ben. Just tweet him? No! I'm not gonna tweet him. Hey, golf the flower. Do I speak French? Oui, je parle français. J'étais née au Canada. J'ai allé au français l'immersion depuis l'année... Non, depuis que j'étais 6 ans jusqu'à la 12e année. My French is not the best, but I am bilingual selon le gouvernement du Canada. And, you know, French second language people. I am not French. Like, you know, in the heritage sense. But I learned French as a second language growing up. Je suis du Canada! Yeah? Hey, hey, hey! Moi aussi! Oh my god! How do you say ball in French? Balle? I think it's balle, or ballon? Well, that's like a balloon, though. I don't know. There's probably a few different words to say it. Ça fait longtemps que depuis que je parle français à chaque jour parce que because I'm fucking old now and I don't have to. That's why I don't speak French every day, because I don't have to. Do French Canadians say A? Bien que oui, là. On dit le A, et le A, et le U. No, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna end the poll. We're gonna play with Golf Le Fleur en première. Premièrement, on va jouer avec Golf Le Fleur par Tyler le Creator. Comment ça va tout le monde? Emily en Paris? Okay, this is the weirdest French class. What's the weirdest French word? Fuck. qu'est-ce que fuck? I used to say that all the time growing up. I'm such a smart ass. Okay, ending the poll. We'll do Golf Le Fleur. The funniest thing I've learned about marketing is that Haagen-Dazs made up the name to sound imported, but it's made in New Jersey. Yes. 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 Yeah, it's fucking weird, right? Like, people co-opt languages from regions that, like, aren't theirs or places where they are gonna sell. And, you know, just to sound fucking fancy. That happens with French all the time. How many brands do you know who are named after or who have shade names that are, like, French? And the owner of the brand or the creator doesn't speak that language. They don't speak French. Do we have any French things? I'm trying to think. Ben, is there anything that we have that's kind of French? Crème. Well, we use crème with an accent because that's, yeah, that is a French thing to do. But it's just like the accurate. It's crème, not cream nail polish. But crème, if you want to say it like English. La vie est belle. Yeah. I'm not bilingual, but I am bisexual. Awesome. Yeah. Best of both worlds, man. L'Oréal? Yeah, I mean, unless they're actually from France or something, I have no idea. Champagne? Well, champagne is like basically an English word. Shout out to bilingual bisexuals. Simplement, Angle Logique, L'Oréal. Yes, L'Oréal. Anyways, just something I think about. Too much. It's like, where did that brand name come from? Is it a language that they speak? I'm confused. If I ever name a shade with a French word in it, it's because you'll know I speak French. Is the name Menchie French? No. That was a yogurt store that inspired me. Okay. Arrête avec les croissants. That's what Ben would always say. Donne-moi mon croissant. Okay, this is not the French show. We're gonna start with Golf Le Fleur. Let me first show you the package that arrived in the mail. It came in this little box, which was kind of deconstructed when I got it. Honestly, I am shocked at this packaging. In my opinion, as a nail polish brand owner, this is a very risky way to ship nail polish on a truck, on a plane, anywhere. Because you're putting glass bottles beside each other. And yes, you might think, okay, well, there's pressure kind of holding it together, but like, I don't know how good this cardboard box pressure was, but even if it did hold this super tightly and it never came apart, I would not do this. I would not do this. You need to give space between them and you need to anchor them down so that there's never a risk of glass going like this. That's my first criticism. The packaging is not ideal. But I'm sure they saved a lot of money with this cardboard, little boat. In terms of the product itself, it's very unique. This looks like a custom cap to me, so that's cool. In terms of functionality, I guess we'll find out. I mean, yeah, it's a flower. That's clearly custom to the Golf Le Fleur. I am concerned about how am I gonna hold this? It's like so big, much bigger than the standard size cap. So it might feel very weird compared to the usual size that people are used to holding with their hand, which is, like a little bit bigger than a thick pen. But if we're gonna look at the good and the bad, this is unique. Like it's different. It's kind of like Harry Styles different. They clearly made an effort, both of these brands at least, to come up with a cap that is something we've never seen before and something that is really fucking weird to hold. Revolutionary. Yes. The price for Tyler, the Creator. Yeah, what was it? I can't remember now. Hold on. Let me properly remind myself. Golf FLEUR. FLEUR. What the fuck is this? Let me in. There. How much was it? It was expensive, right? I'm going from my memory. It was $20. This is US, right? This must be US. Sometimes websites will default to Canada for me and tell me Canadian, so I just always want to confirm. But yeah, okay, chat says it is $20. Yeah, so it's $20 per bottle, which is the same price as Harry's when you buy pleasing singles. This one is also $20. That's very expensive, in my opinion, for any nail polish, unless it has like fucking diamonds or like double the amount of linear holo in it or something. Then maybe you could say it's worth $20. But from my initial observations, this looks like creme polish. This also is creme polish. And this is called glitter. That's what a interesting name. Yes, and this is glitter. It is iridescent hex glitter is what it looks like to me. It's like the same kind of material as a unicorn skin, but it's the glitter version of it as opposed to the asymmetrical flake. And I would argue it's not really the same like intensity of transformation, because this is like, in my opinion, in my opinion, every 7 seconds. This to me is a pretty widely available pigment. You see it in the drugstore all the time. I'm pretty sure Sally Hansen has like exactly this on the shelf right now. That's all. It's not holo, no. This is iridescent, not holographic. Let me show you what I mean. This is holographic. And by holographic, you see how there's rainbows? See how it changes the rainbows? Like it's silver, but then there's rainbows. This one has more like a softer, translucent vibe to it, as opposed to the intense kind of rainbow vibe of this one. This is a long conversation that takes a lot of education. So I guess, yeah, for the new people here, it's harder to explain, but inherently the iridescent pigment is very different. It is see-through, it's translucent, whereas the holographic pigment is more opaque, and it's inherently silver, but it has like a coating over it that glows in all the spectrums of the rainbows. It's best seen on a silver pigment, but it can exist in other colors. Does it have mixing balls? Yes, it does. Wow. So they went to a manufacturer that uses mixing balls, which is what I expect every nail polish manufacturer to do. Like, it should, we should not be, there shouldn't even be a question. There should just always be mixing balls in colored pigment polish. Okay, what other questions do you guys have? Let's read the colors. Let's read the colors. Geneva blue. Georgia peach. And then this one was just called glitter. Just glitter. That's it. What if they come out with another glitter? They can't call it glitter. Could be an issue. Does your brand have mixing balls? Yes, mixing balls are required. I suppose there's new people coming in. This is in every nail polish. Those two little balls, you normally don't notice it because you don't see it, right? But they're for mixing up pigments that have settled, which is a good thing. They should be in nail polish. If it's not in nail polish, I'm questioning the manufacturer. Like, why didn't you put that in there? It's more for like product performance. It's not really something the customer thinks about. Okay, let's paint them. What do I think of the logo? It looks, I don't know enough about him or his brand, so I'm probably like missing what this represents. Someone fill me in. 19% fans. Even protective peel has mixing balls. Yes, it does. We made that discovery on the Spill Chan in Discord. You guys are the weirdos. Who knows what this means? Someone educate me. 19% who are, was it 19% who are Tyler the Creator fans? Logo is giving me death and taxes vibes. Yeah. The logo is ugly. Well, I mean, that's subjective. It reminds me of death and taxes. Yeah, there's a few people who think that. Not sure about Cupid. No idea. Ben likes it. I think he designed it. Okay, so maybe like, did he draw this? Is he an artist as well? Glitter is one of his songs? Oh, okay, maybe that explains it. It looks like he drew it. It's quirky. Yeah. Okay, so some people think that Tyler the Creator drew this, so maybe that's the connection there. In terms of what I think it looks like a little boy angel, I guess. Yeah, who's playing death and taxes and deciding who's gonna live and die. No, it's definitely original. I'll say that. And it is a contrast to the flower on top. So you have this little dead angel and then you have a flower. That's original. Never seen that before. And then the shade names are also on the back as well. These are like very heavy, chunky feeling glass bottles, by the way. Like they're, like I could take someone out with this if I whipped it at their head. You know what I mean? Like in Life is Strange. I wish I had one of these with me when I was playing that game. Just kidding. Okay, let's just paint them. Gonna get my swatch wheel. What was on here? A nail polish collection by FLEUR. So yeah, it looks like that doodle's over here again. Keep out of reach of children. Gardez hors de la portée des enfants. Oh my god, there's French on here. Wait, is that because they have a Canadian distributor, or why do they have to have French? Or did they just do that to be consistent with their branding? I want to know. Because we didn't put French on Holo Taco boxes because you only need to do that if you're going to distribute from Canada, which we don't currently. We just ship and make out of the US. But it says made in USA. I'm curious. Maybe he just has a Canadian distributor. No, he doesn't, because I had to ship it to my USA address in order to get it. I'm confused. Either they have plans, maybe. I'm guessing. Maybe they have plans to have a Canadian distributor, or maybe it's just branding. Yeah, one or the other. Google says he's 25% Canadian. What does that even mean? Can you be 25% Canadian? What? The box was made in Canada? Maybe. That's weird. You don't, like, if you make a box in Canada, you don't have to write that though. It's about where you're selling it. One grandparent makes you 25%. Yeah, but no one says that. No one says I'm like X% Canadian. That's just a weird thing to say. I don't know. Yeah, I know, I get it, I understand one grandparent's Canadian, but like, I've never heard anyone say that in my entire life, that you're a certain percentage Canadian, right? I don't know who says that. Who's bragging about what percent Canadian they are? Okay, let's paint. I'm gonna start with Geneva Blue. So in case you're coming in now, this is Tyler the Creator's polish from FLEUR. It means Golf the Flower. Direct translation. Here. The brushes look fine. They look like our original Holo Taco brushes, like slightly skinnier side. Holding this cap is strange, but let's see how this goes. I'm just not used to like holding such a giant cap. think I got a Menchie hair in there. Oh my god, guys, I got a Menchie hair in there. That is not Tyler's fault. That's Menchie's fault. I'm trying to brush it out. Ugh. Menchie, what did you do? Has this ever happened to you? You got a Menchie, or not a Menchie, you got a pet hair and then you're trying to brush it out. Oh my god, there, it's hanging off the end. We got it. We got it. 25% Menchie hair. Okay, that was not really a fair test. I'm gonna do it again. Let me see if I can hold this in the air and do it closer for you. Yeah, holding this cap is very strange for me. It's definitely not my preference to hold something this wide while painting. Like, it just feels weird, but I mean, maybe you could get used to it. I think the color of this is really nice. It's like an eggshell robin blue. In terms of coverage, it seems pretty good on the first coat. I did apply the coats like thicker because when I'm struggling with the brush size, I find I tend to just like overload the brush, which is fine. But we'll paint this on our nails to see how it actually works, because that is the ultimate test. The swatch wheel is more for like colors and opacity. Now I'm gonna go in with the next one. It's like a Cinderella blue. Yeah. But is it worth $20? Yeah, that's the question. I mean, I don't think so, because I think you can find this exact color from any reputable nail polish brand, like SE, OPI probably has this exact color, and you can get those for somewhere between $9 and $13 depending on where you buy them. And usually, like, I know I've talked about this and kind of like made a joke about it, but it is true that nail polish at its core can be more expensive or less expensive depending on the pigments that go inside. So that's pretty good coverage for this kind of light orange. It looks more yellow on camera than it actually is in real life. There, that kind of balances it slightly. Here, maybe that will help a bit. But yeah, I would say that creme nail polish, in my experience and understanding, is one of the least expensive types of nail polish to put in a bottle. It doesn't take, it's just not expensive as a pigment. So you can't compare the price of something like this to something like, or wait, hold on, let me find an even better example. To a linear holographic polish like that, or here, I'll give you one that's like similar in color just so it's kind of the same. That's a linear holo. This is a metallic foil. This is a multi-chrome. These pigments are inherently just more expensive because of what they are. So that can dictate it, you know, the price of the polish if the brand chooses to make it a higher price point. We do that. Like, our linear holos are a little bit more than our cremes. Our cremes are 11, our linear holos are 14, and that is justified by like literally how expensive this is to put in the bottle. Whenever I see creme polish that is more than like maybe $15, I want to say is the cutoff, I don't care how fancy your cap is unless it like has a real gold on it. I really question the profit margin. I mean, I don't question it, but I question how much of a profit margin did you really need, I guess, is my, you know, the cynic in me being like, really? Did this really need to be $20? I mean, maybe it needed to be in order to make the same profit margin as celebrities who are making lots of money off of makeup. Because I hear that's a much more profitable thing to do, is come out with a makeup brand. And the profit on that is amazing. However, maybe celebrities and their managers are finding out that nail polish isn't that profitable unless you price it at $20. Then it's really profitable. And I have to call that out, that the celebrity surcharge on everything I've reviewed so far is just so obvious to me. You cannot convince me otherwise unless you literally show me your spreadsheets. And if you show me your spreadsheets and it does justify the price, then I will really question your business decisions, because there was something wrong there. Someone is overcharging you at the manufacturing level. It just doesn't make sense. The caveat is I ultimately don't know. I'm just speculating based on my own experience with my brand. I don't know, maybe they just like really got overcharged by a manufacturer, but this just like doesn't make sense to have a creme nail polish for $20. I don't care if the cap is worth a couple dollars on its own. And that is the tea. Show me the spreadsheets? Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, brands showing you spreadsheets of their data. Only me. No, I don't show you spreadsheets. I'm not asking. I'm not serious. Obviously, they're not going to. That's fine. Spread cheeks? No, spreadsheets. With like your balance sheets to show me your profit margin. Because the profit margin is probably thicky for $20 for creme. Okay, let's add some glitter, aptly named. And I'll put it over the orange as well. Like, it's cute. I guess it's just so hard to impress me in terms of pigments and formulas, because I'm like, I've literally seen it all. And I'm not even talking about Holo Taco. I mean, I have owned so many nail polishes. I own over 2,000 nail polishes. And I don't care what color creme you show me. I'm never going to be like, oh my God, it's amazing. Because I've seen it before, or I know that it's available. And this particular glitter topper is like pretty standard. Iridescent hex glitter is available from almost every drugstore brand. Pretty sure Sally Hansen has like exactly this in a bottle. If I ran downstairs, I could find it right now, but I know I have this in a bottle. I'm not saying it's bad. I don't mean it's bad. I'm just saying, like, in terms of the product itself, this isn't adding anything revolutionary to the product side of the nail polish market. It is adding the branding. This is branding. This is packaging. This is an aesthetic. This is a vibe. This is a celebrity who is saying, this is about me and a message that I want to get across to consumers, to my audience. And that's what is being purchased here. It's not the product in the bottle. And yeah. So it's not bad. It's just very common. Yes, exactly, Alexandra. And it's not like a criticism. It's just telling it like it is. The reason why people are going to buy this nail polish is not for what is inside the bottle. It's because they believe in the brand. They like Tyler, the creator. They think the aesthetic fits their vibe. These colors just speak to them, and they didn't realize you could find these colors in the drugstore and pair them together on your own for half the price. So, yeah. It seems like a collectible, maybe, if you like this. Am I the only person who doesn't know who this guy is? No. There's some, yeah. As we get older, there are definitely some of us who haven't heard of some people, but it's fine. It looks better than both Harry's and MGK's, though. What do you mean by that? You mean the bottle and the whole presentation of the brand, or do you mean the quality? So let me paint these on my nails, and then I'll tell you my real conclusion. Oh, we didn't even talk about what's on my other hand. Holo Taco, obviously. This is Fake Date with Menchie the cat on top, metallic foil with holographic glitter on top. This is Magenta Jelly. It's a deep purple, kind of pinkish linear holographic formula, which, fun fact, is one of the most expensive. How do I get it to focus? There. And then on this nail, I've got high tea hibiscus with a little secret on top that you will see soon. And then again on here is fake date with Menchie the cat on top and magenta jelly, linear hollow. Okay, had to do my other hand. Okay, let's paint my main hand with Tyler's polish. How are we doing? How are you guys doing? Do you have tea? We've been here for 2 hours. Oh my God, I have spoken so much. It's your turn to talk. Yeah, I definitely want to paint these on my nails to give you my true assessment of what I think about the quality of the creme. Because, you know, it's fine. They didn't need to come out with a revolutionary or really good formula that's like, wow, I fucking love this metallic whatever formula that is rare. I do not expect celebrities to do that. They don't want to spend money on expensive pigments. They spend the money on the branding agency who can write cringy statements. To be fair, I'm not talking about Tyler's. I was talking about MGK's. Okay. But let's paint this Golf Le Fleur on my nails and see what I think. This is so uncomfortable to hold. Maybe it's easier for people with longer fingers, maybe men, I don't know, but I find this very awkward. Your nails are long even for you. Yeah. I know, I need to cut them. Let me just turn this. My light is like too bright. Okay, how does that work? Does the flower come off? I don't think so. No, it doesn't seem like it comes off. No, yeah, there's definitely no way it doesn't come off. Clearly this was a custom mold, the like white part, and then it looks like they have like a half cap that was put inside and probably glued inside. So it doesn't look like there's any way to remove this white part unless I'm like wrong, but I tried to pull in it. Just looking at it this way, it doesn't look like it's possible. MGK just got engaged. Oh, isn't that convenient? Just kidding. Congratulations to Machine Gun Kelly for being engaged to Megan Fox. That's the congratulations. Yo, if Megan Fox came out with a nail polish line though, I would buy that shit. Okay, I definitely like the brushes of these much more than I like MGK's brushes. MGK's brushes were probably the worst brushes of all three, and it's not just because they're really short. This is also shorter than average, but the brushes were like depth-wise too wide. Not wide like this way, which is fine for wider nails. I mean, like, there was too many bristles in a row that it was just like a fucking weird application experience. I like this brush the best, but I really don't like this cap, and you can't take it off. You mean dense? Yeah, I mean dense. Like, there's too many bristles stacked together. These creams are good though. Missed this spot. Like this is really good coverage on the first coat. This camera's being like so weird. Sorry. I wonder if maybe Ben can change the ISO from auto to something normal. Because you can see more streaks in real life. It's just the camera's kind of blowing it out so you don't see the streaks. But there are some, which is normal. Sorry. I need to explain just in case there's people in here who don't regularly use nail polish. You are gonna get streaks on the first coat of any creme. That's like totally normal. Especially if you have longer nails. But this coverage is pretty good and the brush makes it easier to apply. So I think I have to say that I like Tyler the Creator's cremes the best of all the polishes. And Harry's nail polish, while not technically only a creme, technically there's like a little bit of shimmer in there. It's basically a creme base like the pink one is. And it's pretty underwhelming, so I'm still gonna say I like Golf Le Fleur better than the others. They're not one coat. My camera's being pretty misleading. If I were to paint my nails in Holo Taco, they would look like they're also one coat, but it's not. It's gonna need 2 coats to even it out, which is normal. I'll show you. Hold on, I hear Ben coming upstairs. Maybe he can help me adjust ISO. Do you think if you... Oh, is this tea number 3?
Tea number 3.
See how there's like a little bit of streaky, which is like normal. I'm just trying to educate here. I'm not, but the ISO is like blowing it out. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if I put it down here, it just like, it's way too bright. And it's not the amount of light in real life. It's like the camera settings. Also, this is tea number 3. What tea number are you on? The orange is a little weird and looks like processed cheese. It looks better in real life. Oh, that's way too dark. Keep going, a little bit brighter. What? Yeah, there. Okay, this looks closer to real life. So if you just leave it there, I think we should be good. Can you... I have too many teas. Like I have that tea. Oh my god. Well, just take that tea. Oh my god, guys. And put that tea there. Okay, no, I don't need you to... Hold on. I'm trying to figure out if this setting is gonna work. Focus on me. Focus on me. Okay, here. So you can see a little bit more clearly now that it's not as blown out, that there's a little bit of streakage, which is totally normal. I just wanted to show that.
We're going streaking! Woo!
Compare Georgia Peach with Butterscotch Hop. Yeah, we could do that. Butterscotch Hop is yellow. Oh my god. I didn't have the flower shut. Butterscotch Hop is yellow and Georgia Peach is definitely more orange. So there's that. Here's One Melon Followers. Maybe this is like the best reference type thing I can do for you guys, because some of you might actually own Butterscotch Hop and One Melon Followers, so you know where this lands. It's not as yellow and like buttery as Butterscotch Hop, but it's definitely not like a pinky peach. It is very much in the middle. It's kind of like a muted tangerine orange. I know it's called Georgia Peach, but it reminds me more of like a tangerine-y. MGK orange, his is like super orange though. Let me go through my piles that Ben spilled. Oh my god. I bought so much. This is 25 to life. It's like super orange. So yeah. Even for myself, let me just make sure I'm like, you know, in terms of cremes and my criticism on cremes, like, they are widely available. You can get a creme anywhere in terms of a color. Like, if you're looking for a specific color, then like you can find this exact color. You can find almost this exact color, but like this is kind of a weird one, but maybe you can probably find it somewhere else or something nearly close. The difference to me is the price point. Is it like reasonable for a creme? And then also the quality. Quality of creme is something that people who paint their nails often enough can appreciate, because not all cremes are the same, right? You can buy a dollar store creme for like $2, but it's like kind of garbage. It's like super streaky. It doesn't self-level. It's not thick enough. It takes 5 coats to be opaque. And there's just so many reasons why a creme can be kind of shitty, but it could still be the right color that you want. So it kind of depends on you. Is MGK and Tyler the same bottle, different cap? Is it? Oh my god, guys. Yo, shut up, really? A discovery I did not know I would be making. Yo. Wait, we have to examine everything. Like this part, see that ridge around there? It is on both bottles. It has the same inset ridge at the bottom. Oh my god, guys, I think they're the same bottle. That, it's not a conspiracy, but it's really unfortunate. Well, it's not unfortunate. For their fans are not going to notice. Their fans probably don't even overlap, let's be honest. But for the minority of the consumer base that this will actually matter to, which is not a significant amount to affect their sales, it is telling to us nail polish nerds that this is a more widely available bottle, or they're using the same manufacturer, or they got their bottles from the same distributor. Yeah, it could mean a few things. Like Ben said, it just means it's a stock bottle, not a big deal. I mean, like, it could be as simple as like this was just the square bottle that was available, and this is a stock bottle, because like when we had so many options of Holo Taco bottles, I went through like 14 different types of glass bottles that are stock available options. I was trying to look for one that hasn't been used. I was trying to, you know, do something that not everyone else had, because I don't want the same fucking bottle as everyone else for this reason. And then we ended up making a custom bottle mold just to make sure that no one would ever have the exact same bottle. So what this tells me is that this isn't a custom mold. It's a stock bottle. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are made in the same company at the same manufacturer, or that it's the same formula. We have no idea. They could just be using the same glass provider. The cap is custom. That looks like a custom mold. And this looks like a stock cap, but with an embossing or like a screen print of glossiness on top. So it's a semi-custom cap in, I think. One says 15 mil, the other says 13. Really? I don't know, because they look like the exact same bottle. I don't know if I believe that. Oh. One says 15, you're right, and one says 13.13. Who's lying? Yo, I don't want to say anything that's like incorrect when I don't actually know. I'm just like having thoughts in my head. You know what I mean? But one thing we did share in a Holo Taco podcast like some time ago was that we actually overestimated the amount, or no, was it underestimated the amount of polish in the bottle, and we wrote an amount that was actually less than what was actually in the bottle, and then we just never changed it. Because the rule is that I think you just have to list how much you're guaranteeing is in the bottle. Right? Is that what it is, Ben? Ben, I don't fucking remember. I'm probably like wrong. You have to empty a bottle and check it? I am not emptying a bottle. So what do you think this means? Do you think there's...
Stock bottle, it's not...
Yeah, but do you think they both carry 15 milliliters? They just for some reason wrote 13.3? That's probably the most likely scenario, right?
It's important that you write the minimum that will be in the bottle.
Okay, so Ben knows more than me. What'd you say? It's important to write the minimum that will be in the bottle.
Yeah.
The minimum or the maximum?
Well, no. Like,
who's wrong here?
you can't tell people they're getting more product than they're actually getting. But
there's probably actually 15 milliliters. Otherwise, he would be lying. Or
I wouldn't be surprised if there's the same amount in both. How much they fill it is also a factor here, eh? Even if it's the same bottle. And there's always going to be like an error.
There's always going to be a variance. This is never like exactly, but they legally have to like make sure that you're getting at least that amount, right?
Yeah, but I've seen people do this with your Holo Taco bottles, and they'll get like a little more than 13.
Yeah.
You know, between 13 and 14 out of it.
Well, we write 12, but I think it's actually more. But whatever.
Why did we never change that? There was a point at which when we ordered more bottles, we could have just written it to 13, but I think people would have just observed that it was the exact same bottle.
Yeah, so we just didn't do it because it would overcomplicate it. And people be like, why did it change? Were you lying? And it's like, no, dude. I don't want to dark it. Can you switch them? I think the glass is darker. I don't think the glass is I think it's the same. It's just the color of the polish inside kind of reflects around the bottle, so here, I could grab a lighter shade though.
The shot is just darker now in general.
Yeah, did you turn it up one?
I turned it up one. I might turn it up one more actually.
Here. Ooh. I think it's just because of what's in here. So here. Now what do you think? Do we think it's the same bottle? Do you want to just change it? And I'll take it off the screen for a sec. Ben's just gonna do a battery change. What have we discovered? I did not think we would be discovering that they have the same glass bottle. I just want to reiterate, this isn't like some giant conspiracy or something. Because people are writing in the chat that it's like bad or something. It's not. They just have chosen, unfortunately, to use the same glass. Because it's not a good look to both release a nail polish line that like you have the same bottle. It's just not. I would hate that. If that happened to me, I'd be like, fuck. But that's me and I care. I don't think they care because I
think the uniqueness of the cap for both Harry and Tyler's is what makes it cool and custom. I think it's different for MGK, which also has like a generic cap.
No. I have an argument. If you're gonna go so far to make like a really cool custom cap like this, why not extend that to the bottle and like do something like fully unique?
Because it's
easier to
make a custom cap.
Okay, but to me, then you know what? This is $20. Let's spend that money. You know, more than just the cap. TP. Thank you, Ben, for battery change. Thank you, Ben. Sure. Is it taco time? I'm like getting hot in here.
Yeah, you are. Woo!
Breaking news: Holo Taco owner discovers connection between men's nail polish brands. Guys, stop. It's really like not that big of a deal, I'm sure, unless it actually is a big deal. And it's the same people behind it all. I don't know. I'm not gonna do that research. I'll leave that to the internet sleuths. As a creative, I always want to research my niche to make sure I'm doing things not similar to others. Yes, Clay Dust Studio, that's the same thing as me. I don't want to do the same thing as other people. I deliberately make choices to make sure that I am not doing the same. And I do that so much that it's like annoying. because I'm like, I don't want to do this, so I have to change what I wanted to do because I discovered that someone else has something similar. And that has definitely happened in some cases. Is the Tyler brush bigger? Okay, let's do a brush comparison. Hold up. Just so I don't have to, just so I can easily toss this away instead of whipping out the acetone. Let's make a little mess. Ben, now it's like too bright. Fuck. Let's do a brush comparison. Okay, brush comparison. Ben, can you come back? Fix my ISO. Ben will fix the camera in a minute. Let me get you, Harry. Harry, where is your balls? Harry's balls. Do you guys like Harry's balls? You freaking weirdos. Harry's. It really is a chode brush. Oh my god, guys, stop it. Okay. What? Make it better for this shot. We'll compare. Okay.
Just use this if you need a little brighter.
Yeah, but I want to lift these up to the camera, but they're gonna fall everywhere, and then my desk will be painted. Oh no, you can't. Oh my god, Ben, just seriously don't drop it, or I will murder. Okay, wait. Okay. All right. It's tough because the brushes aren't flared out like they would be when you're painting your nails, so it's not the best. I feel like Harry Styles' pleasing brush is probably the closest to like the Holo Taco creme brush, just for a reference, so you guys know what I mean in terms of the width of it. Machine Gun Kelly's one is so, like, it's not that it's wide, that's fine, and wider nails, like, it kind of makes sense with their messaging, but do you see how fucking, like, deep it is? Why? That's so weird. You can't, like, paint like that. I feel like I didn't do a good job of demonstrating how bad that was in my video. I just described it, but it's weird. Okay, you can put it down. It's thick in the wrong way. So at least we know they didn't go the same brush provider, just the same bottle. Yo, this is so much fun, but I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble. Maybe for short male nails. Okay, yes, that's something I did want to point out, and I appreciate people pointing that out. Something I kind of missed. But like, I mentioned in my video that painting with MGK's brush was very difficult because I already have painted nails, but like, I can't, just to demonstrate, holding this is fine, right? Like, I can hold that, feels great. There's not a weird flower or a giant ball on it. But when I try and paint, it's like so close that I don't have the room I need to paint without this part of the cap potentially like hitting the tip of my nail, because the entire stem of the brush plus the bristle is so short that it's like the length of my nail. And like, look at my thumbnail. Like, your thumbnail is usually your longest nail for most people. Like, what? Now, hey, I understand that I have longer nails than average. I totally get it. I'm not trying to say make your product for me. However, nail polish is often used by people with different nail lengths. And this short brush just excludes people who have any kind of like somewhat long nail. And my nails aren't that ridiculously long. Do you know what I mean? So like, while I appreciate, hey, great, there's a brush that can fit men's nails that are traditionally shorter, I think that a lot of their customer base is probably going to be, you know, women fans too, buying their product, and then they'll be like, I can't use this, so I don't know what to tell you. And generally, oh my god, these brushes are getting nasty. They can't help themselves. All I'm saying is that I appreciate the effort to like shorten it a bit. I just think this was shortened way too much. Ben should try it. Ben. Okay. Let's see Ben try it then. Ben, you are being summoned. Also, like, who is buying MGK's nail polish? I bet you. Like, who's his audience? Mostly women? Is it mostly young, angsty women? Because if that's true, then it's probably mostly women buying his nail polish, right? Who listens to MGK? Show yourself. How long are your nails now? As Ben comes up here. Does the brush reach the bottom of the channel? Of the bottle? Yeah, another good point. Was this like tested with real people other than MGK like once or twice before it was released? I don't know. Does this reach the bottom of the bottle? Let's see. Well, I don't want to flip it on its side, but if this cap was on, like maybe it comes close to it. It's hard to know. It doesn't feel like it reaches as far down in the bottle as like other nail polish, like standard nail polish that I have. So yeah, I mean, you might be able to kind of do the sideways dunk, which happens. Actually, oh. We have a top coat, I forgot. Yeah, I'll show you. Duh. Oh yeah, that's not close to the bottom at all. That's like halfway in the bottle. Okay. Yeah, not good. Can confirm. The brush is just objectively too short. Even if maybe it's slightly easier to use for someone who has super short nails, it will be much harder to use for anyone who has medium or longer nails, and you can't reach the last quarter of the bottle. Now, just to be fair, most nail polish brushes aren't going to touch the bottom because there's just like too many issues. Like the brush might get squished, you know, it might get frayed. You don't want it. You want it to be, there should be a good clearance of it. But this is just like too big of a clearance. Right? So here's an example. This one has white on it, so that's not going to show you. Woo. Okay. See how this brush goes much closer to the bottom? Not quite to the bottom because you need a clearance so that it doesn't actually, you know, get stuck or whatever. But at least you can get to almost the bottom of the bottle. An oversight that someone who doesn't paint their nails or is super invested in the product might have. And I guess this comes back to my broader discussion point of who are these people coming out with nail polish brands, and do they care enough? And maybe it's okay that they don't really care. They're not thinking about these things. I just find it really frustrating as a consumer to know that there's like people, marketing agencies, branding agencies, celebrities in this world coming out with shit that like no one is paying that close attention to because your customers are the ones who are going to be using it. Yeah, there just wasn't like the best planning. And if you had someone who knew more or cared more, they might notice that. And honestly, like, hey, I really like Tyler the Creator's cremes as far as cremes go. Not for $20, but you know, if you forget the price for a second, I think his cremes are really nice. But this is like really stupid to hold. I'm sorry. And so is this ball for Harry. But at least with Harry's, you can detach it. So there's that. But then this is like shorter and more awkward to hold with like a shorter piece there. So I feel like there's improvements on the components that you can make for all of these brands. But then the other question is, but what was their objective? which I don't want to ignore, because like someone's gonna listen back to this and say like, that's not the point, Christine. They're not supposed to know about nail polish. That's not the point. They're artists. They just want to show their brand and creativity, and they don't, of course they're not gonna know about nail polish things. And like, I get it. So they hired people to figure out what to do here, and those people just aren't perfectionists with nail polish. And the artists don't have time to be that perfectionist, and they're maybe not that personally invested in nail polish as they, I don't want to say like pretend to be. These 3 individuals who release nail polish, they all have worn nail polish. I see that in the news. You know, that is the premise for them launching a nail polish line, is that they've worn it in the past and they think it's okay for other men to wear. And I appreciate that message, and I, like, obviously. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna come out with a brand about something that you want your customers, your audience to wear, you better do your due diligence to make sure that it's a product that your audience is going to feel proud to have purchased after they buy it and use it. Not just proud to have purchased because they love you and they want to support you, but like, make good shit, and you're responsible for that shit to some extent. I mean, like, obviously I can't control 100% of, you know, everything that goes on at the manufacturer. I don't live in the warehouse or the lab, but there is so much responsibility, I think, involved as a brand creator for you to really have oversight, for you to care about the construction of your product and not just the aesthetic that's being sold. Was that too strong? We need tea. Hi guys, how you doing? Have I said too much? Chat, what do you think? Is there anything I'm missing? Am I, like, just honestly, is there something I'm, like, missing where I'm overlooking the fact that, I don't know, like, this just happens, people release brands, and how can we expect that people are crazy perfectionists because they're trying to be artists, they're trying to make their music videos, they're going on tour, they don't have time. And, like, that's fine, but, like, I guess I'm just frustrated as a consumer that so many people are like, hey, I'm famous. I should release a brand. Brand equals money, and also elevates my reputation. And I'm not saying that these people, like, only did it for that reason, but it really makes you think, if you don't care and you're not obsessed with your brand and making it the best thing it can be, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Ben thinks I'm overthinking everything. But you live with me, so you know this. Yeah. I don't like sugar-coated critiques. I like them to be fair and reasonable. Thank you, a piece of coffee. All the time in cosmetics. Yeah. If you want to... Oops. Chat, stop moving. If you want to call yourself an artist, you should care about these small details. Not hard to find a nail person to help with these things. It just comes off as lazy. Yeah, you know, you could hire help. That's a good point. Like, you could hire an expert. It reminds me of celebrity perfumes. Yeah, like that era that I grew up in where every celebrity was releasing a perfume. And it's like, why? Why? Is that because all your managers were like, hey, new business opportunity. This is a new thing. Profit margins are great. We'll just hire someone to come up with the branding. We're going to shoot the commercial and you're going to sell, sell, sell. And I'll take 10%. The manager, I mean. That's why your brand is quality. You overthink. Yes. Sometimes too much, though. I mean capitalism. Yes, I know. I don't think just like shitting on capitalism in principle is bad because like, am I a capitalist because I have a brand that makes profit? You know? I think that there is some value in people coming out with brands that people want to use if you can put the effort and care about it. And it's not just about like, this celebrity desire to have a brand kind of is like weird. And I know this has happened on a much broader scale for 10 years now, or more than a decade. Kind of touched on this in my video, but yeah, celebrities releasing brands and beauty gurus releasing makeup palettes. is just rampant. However, I would argue that like beauty gurus releasing makeup palettes makes way more sense to me because they are most likely someone who's been putting on eyeshadow, making tutorials for years, right? So like a YouTuber comes out with a makeup line, like they fucking know makeup. So I feel like there is an authentic connection to the product and what they want in the product. They've probably educated people about that type of product for years, and you can tell they really give a shit. When you're just an actress or a musician or whatever, and your craft is completely unrelated to the product you're coming out with, like makeup, skincare, nail polish, but like that's not your primary career or your expertise, that's where I raise my eyebrows a little bit, and I need you to prove your connection to the type of product you're releasing. You know what I mean? There are so many longer comments in the chat, which means people are writing meaningful responses, and I wish I could read all of them. They don't need to launch nail polish, so no, it doesn't matter that they're too busy. Yeah, none of them needed to launch nail polish. I mean, like, I guess you could argue I didn't need to launch nail polish, so I don't know if that's the best argument. No one needs to launch anything. But like, I don't know, man. I just can't help but think their manager's like, dude, we're gonna make some money. Look at these profit margins. Price it at $20. It'll be wonderful. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to completely just say like that's their motivation. I don't know that. I don't know these people. Neither do you, unless you know them personally. Then tell me I'm wrong. But I think what we'll be telling is what they do with these brands. How much they care about selling nail polish to people, how much they care about the quality of their products, how invested they are in advancing their products, improving, and showcasing people that they do care. So for example, Harry Styles Pleasing, I'm really curious what else he's gonna do. I know he released some merch that people were upset at, like a $95 hoodie or jumper or something. So people weren't really pleased with that being his next step, because it's kind of just looking more like a merch brand as opposed to an artistic brand, or like a brand rather than merch. You know, like there's kind of a distinction. MGK's Undone Laqr, the name is literally Laqr, so he did kind of limit himself to only releasing nail polish. So I gather that means that they're going to release more nail polish collections. I don't know how often or frequent. As far as I know, they only dropped the launch, and then I haven't heard much since then. Tyler, the Creator's Golf Le Fleur is not just a nail polish brand, in case that's not clear to some people. Their brand sells a bunch of other stuff, so it looks like he is creating... Here, I'll just show you. It looks like Tyler, the Creator, is creating... Yeah, there's like suitcases, passport sleeves. Like there's other stuff in here. There's perfume, accessories. It's a new brand from what I understand. So to me, this isn't just like a nail polish brand. So I kind of want to just make sure we're separating that category. Golf Le Fleur, it kind of just looks like the nail polish was more like an addendum to this broader concept that he has for brand and aesthetic, which is like cool and fine. So I'm interested to see if they decide to release more nail polish, or if they decide to just continue with the aesthetic direction. Maybe they release some apparel or clothing. So yeah, I think Tyler's stuff like looks more like it has a vision. And this is gonna sound like such a YouTuber bias, but just like looking through the type of stuff they do, there's more an aesthetic vision and an artistic thing they're trying to communicate, like Teddy Fresh kind of has. Like Teddy Fresh to me at this point, maybe it's because it's been a few years of business, there's like something they're trying to do with the aesthetic and clothes that feels so much more like merch and just like a one product drop. Oh, he has a clothing line already? Okay, maybe I'm wrong. He has several clothing lines? Okay, so this is another brand of his? Okay, all right, so he's already experienced in releasing a bunch of shit. it's not just nail polish. But even from just this one brand of his many brands, it sounds like I can tell already, like, this isn't just a push for let's release some polish in a bottle. You know what I mean? Like, there's definitely more of a vision here that is beyond what I'm gonna critique in just like nail polish. So I guess that's all the point I was trying to make. The Undone Laqr is literally like Laqr. It's just a nail polish brand for now anyways, and no indication of anything else. And then Pleasing does have some makeup and merch, but beyond that, I really have no idea what that brand is gonna do. So I guess my point is, like, it really depends what these people who release nail polish do with the future of their brands. You know what I mean? If they have a broader vision that's like telling a story and isn't just capitalizing on what's cool in the media these days, then I can totally respect that. If they make improvements to their products based on customer critique, like how it's shipped, formulas, brush sizes, and so on, then I can absolutely respect that. But I kind of, the cynic in me wonders, like, are they gonna keep just releasing a bunch of creme polishes with the same edgy branding indefinitely until they can't sell anymore? And then just be like, we're done here? I don't know. It's kind of sad, but that is how a lot of influencer or celebrity brands pan out if they find that they've reached their peak customer base once they launch. Which is just kind of how it goes when you're a celebrity. Everyone's very excited when a celebrity or an influencer first launches something, and then your fans all come together to buy the product, and then maybe the hype is kind of lost the second time, especially if your product wasn't found to be good. I don't know if people are gonna come back. Not even all the edgy names are on the bottles. Rush launch. Yeah, where's the edgy names? This one is just called Blue. This is Blue. 901 Blue. Yeah. That's definitely a little fishy. To me, this just screams like, okay, private label manufacturer just put a bunch of their colors that, you know, maybe they picked off of a chart or something, and then they just labeled it, and then the brand was like, fuck, we'll come up with names later, but we're in a rush, we gotta meet timelines, so we'll just leave it the standard color name. I don't know. Seems kind of messy to me, a little bit of a rush. Blue, yes. Revolutionary blue. Is Christina a celebrity? I'll see myself out. Spelled T, so funny. Did you do a second coat? No, I did not. Guys, I've been talking too much shit. Ben didn't stop me because he went to pick up tacos. Okay, we're painting a second coat. Sorry, Golf Le Fleur. White label nail polish happens a lot in tech polish. Yeah, that's kind of my hunch. Non-conclusive assumption is that all three of these brands are just from like a mass manufacturer and they just picked out shades. I mean, maybe they said, hey, can you make this slightly more, cool undertone? And then the manufacturer was like, sure. I forgot how to paint my own nails. I gotta clean up my shit. And I'm not trying to suggest that every single nail polish needs to go through like 8 revisions in order for it to be authentic. Like, sometimes I get a prototype from the lab and I only end up making 1 or 2 revisions because like it just worked out so good the first time. So that's not really what I'm using as a metric. I just like, I don't know. You know, man, I'm just so jaded. Oh, and also, before Holo Taco, I had a lot of conversations with different people at different levels of nail polish manufacturing, where I definitely learned, almost like dropped it. I can't hold this. I definitely learned how easy it would be to come out with a creme nail polish line. I wouldn't want to say too much while Ben is away picking up tacos, and he'll be like, don't say that, you signed an NDA. But yeah, basically it would have been extremely easy for me to come out with a predominantly creme or basic glitter nail polish line in 2016 or 2017. I had a ton of, you know, private label companies, influencer brand incubator companies. That's the new thing these days, which is probably what these brands all used, was a brand incubator to come up with their branding, develop the story, and basically do all the work for them. And they just, you know, they're the pretty face. I had many of those opportunities. So many people told me, you can make so much money doing this, but like, also choose the cheapest nail polish. We need a Christine stop emote. Oh my god. Anyways, long story short, I didn't do that. But I am extremely pessimistic based on my experience with some of these people, because I took their calls. I listened to them. And I ultimately turned all of them down until I found the right manufacturer arrangement for me and what I wanted to do. But I'm pretty like pissed off and surprised. Well, I'm not surprised. I'm definitely not surprised now that I see. There's a shocking amount of companies out there that just exist to profit off of celebrities. They come to celebrities and they're like, yo, we're going to build you a brand. You're going to make this much money. You don't have to do anything except this. And we'll figure it all out. And then they act as like a middleman, and they're not the ones doing the manufacturing. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Okay, Christine, stop emote. We're gonna pretend that that exists. Christine, do a Justin Trudeau collab? I don't think he would. Still cracking up at how short that bottle's brush is. Yeah. I mean, I'm a self-proclaimed expert at nail painting, so yes, this is gonna turn out fine. But not everyone can paint, you know, doesn't have the years of experience of painting nails like I do. So I really wonder how customers are gonna, oh my god, Menchie hair everywhere. How customers are gonna deal with this giant flower. We'll paint the glitter on top after. But here, maybe from this angle, you'll see a little bit more of the challenge. Like, I know that my nails are longer than the average person, but they're not, like, that long. And yeah, so for reference, MGK's, or Undone Laqr's brush, is even shorter than this. So this is short, on average, compared to, like, industry drugstore nail polish, but MGK's is even shorter than this. I'll do a second coat there, but maybe we'll just apply some glitter. I need water now. You already have a collab with Zyler the creator. Tyler, the Creator. Oh, that's a good one. Yep, Tyler the cat. I saw an ad for Paris Hilton dipping nail polish. I wonder how much she had to do with that besides her face. Wait, she has her own nail polish? Really? Do I have to buy another celebrity nail polish? Oh my god. Why is that the new thing? Okay, let's apply glitter. Maybe let's just do 2 nails with glitter. Oh, I dripped it. Ew. Paris's sliving nails? Sliving? What's sliving? Is that the name of her brand? I feel like she's just the spokesperson. She never mentions it's her brand. Oh, okay, maybe she's like the ambassador. Paris Hilton's one of the queen of having her own brand though, right? Wasn't that her who like started celebrity fragrances? Or am I remembering that wrong? Britney Spears definitely had some, but didn't Paris Hilton? Didn't she go on to make merch that said "that's hot" on everything? Slaying and living. Oh, that's sliving? Okay. Oh, it's her new... Sliving in Paris is her new catchphrase? That's funny. Alright, did I miss anything so far? Because we've been streaming for 3 hours. It's taken me 3 hours to paint these nails. I feel like it's not really the creme that's the problem that's getting it a bit uneven. It's how I'm holding it. Like, it's making it harder for me to get that float motion. Because you know when you paint your nails, you want to do like a float. So then when you repeat the brush stroke for like the second... Brushstroke 1, brushstroke 2, they may overlap, but they don't cause streaks or unevenness because you kind of float them together, you know what I mean? That's harder to do when you're holding a cap like this and it's like shorter than normal. I mean, maybe you could get used to it with practice, but it's certainly a challenge if you're not used to it. Your nails look more curved than usual. They are, and honestly, that's like just because they are overworked. They are overworked. It's true though. I've been swatching so many different combos, and what happens when you take nail polish off and on and off and on and off and on, like sometimes 3 times a day for weeks. Well, not every day 3 times, but you know what I mean. Yes, I use a peely base, so that helps to reduce acetone, but even when you use a peel-off base coat and pop off the nail polish, I still kind of scratch it off. I still use acetone around the edges, and just like all of this wear and tear on your nails does kind of take a toll, and I find that my nails get really curved and like tighter in the C-curve when I'm doing that swatching work. And this isn't a problem that any of you, except like maybe 6 of you here, will ever experience or be concerned about. It's just like literally the very rare person who swatches nail polish for a living. Yeah, it just kind of happens. I use nail oil to counteract, but like sometimes, honestly, how often are your nails bare? Literally never. Absolutely never. Except for right before this stream. Your nails need a vacation? Yeah, don't tell Ben that. Okay, let me just give you, oh, I gotta put top coat on. Okay, so Tyler the Creator's brand did not come with top coat, but actually, did they say you need a top coat? Because this is something that I will point out. They don't have, do they have instructions? So there's no instructions. This is something that I think is like constructive criticism. If you're gonna sell nail polish, you need to instruct your consumers how to make the best of it. And if you don't tell people that they need a top coat to seal it in, then they're gonna think that they don't, and there's just like no instructions at all. And then they won't think that they need a top coat. And then what happened to my hairy nails and my pleasing nails will happen, which is like, if I just went about my day here, and this is good education in case you don't normally paint your nails. If I went about my day with these nails, they're never gonna dry, basically. And that's just because the polish itself isn't a sealant. It's like a colored pigment in a suspension base that doesn't necessarily give you the same like glassy, quick dry seal that will seal and protect your manicure from everyday activities. Like if I went to bed and 3 hours from now, I would wake up with bed sheets, with imprints. And that's because I didn't put a top coat on. So it's just standard practice. Even like drugstore nail polishes will kind of educate this. Even Sally Hansen will say, step 1, base coat, step 2, color, step 3, add a top coat, you know, and they use whatever marketing, like gel-like top coat, even though it's not gel. But at least drugstore companies do their best to give you the basics, the essentials that you need to get the best out of the money you're paying for. So it's frustrating, another sign when like celebrities or people come out with products like nail polish and they're just not giving that information, because I feel like their customers are going to use the product, not have the basic understanding, because why would they? You know, they're not necessarily nail polish experts, and then they'll be disappointed in the product. When all you had to do is give a suggestion, like recommended to add a quick dry top coat of your choice. And it's fine if you don't want to sell one. Like, I totally get it if they didn't want to bother selling a top coat, although MGK's is like a gloss top and bottom, which you all know I don't like 2-in-1s. They are usually just less effective. But at least they sold something that kind of completed the steps. And it's okay if you don't, but you just got to tell your customer base what to do to get the best out of the manicure, to get the best out of the product that you're selling. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So to get the best out of the product, I'm gonna apply a quick dry top coat. Even though that was not instructed. Where did I put my other one? Okay. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Can we see a comparison with orange drink? Orange drink? You mean this guy? So orange drink is a linear holo, which by definition is a completely different formula. But if you just want to get kind of a handle on the type of orange it is. Yo, the glitter kind of changed it, eh? The glitter made it darker. A little bit. Interesting. So yeah, that's orange drink here. That's a linear holographic, so it'll sparkle more of a smooth flare of rainbows under the sunlight or an iPhone flash. Now my ISOs can't handle the holo. But yeah, I would describe this as yellowier and lighter than orange drink. If that makes sense. Hope that helps. What about next to butterscotch hop? We did that earlier, but I do have it here. That's Butterscotch Hop. That is the Tyler's. They're close, but Butterscotch Hop is like richer, like deeper yellow. And I will say, like, in real life, I do think that the Golf Le Fleur one is a little oranger. It's reading more yellow on my camera. It's just what happens with like cameras that are too good. Sometimes they're less color accurate, ironically, I know. And you can't color correct in a live stream. Okay, I was gonna top this in Glossy Taco, even though there's no instructions. I hope that that is one piece of critical or constructive criticism that maybe they can take, is that it is best practice to add a quick drying top coat on any paint, nail paint, to get the best results. I'm not saying like you have to or you're gonna die. I'm just saying, you know, you want the best results, you want it to last longer, you want it to be shiny, you want it to be even, you don't want imprints in the next 3 hours, then add a Glossy Taco that is quick drying. It also just like smooths out a manicure better, generally speaking. I can hear Zyler meowing. Zyler the creator. So what do you guys think after seeing the brands kind of discuss between my other video and this video? Would you guys purchase? And I know the majority of you aren't fans of either of them based on our polls earlier. So you're less biased because you aren't fans. But would you purchase? Why? Why not? Let's hear it. And by the time I look up, I will see your responses. Yo, this music is haunting me. Okay, let's read. I'll move over. Hold on, I need tea. I need tea. Nah, overpriced. Would probably buy Tyler's more than the others. The color is better, they're more opaque. MGK seems like the only one I would buy because it's more. I missed it, right? One too fast. Find less expensive dupes. Yeah, I don't want to just encourage like just find dupes, because I don't know, sometimes you do buy something because you like the brand as well, and that doesn't just have to do with the celebrity factor, but maybe you like what the brand is presenting to you. Maybe you like the style of the bottle or the messaging of the, you know, the collection set, and that's fine too. So there is value in finding dupes if your goal is only to pay the least amount of money possible. But, you know, it's okay to just like a vibe of something and get it. But if the vibe just isn't doing it for you, you know, that's also fine. I like the vibe of Tyler, the creator. It's got fun branding. Yeah, but I think his branding it's more than just nail polish, obviously, right? So there's a whole different premise for the existence of Golf Le Fleur than just like, let me sell you nail polish now. Collector's item value too. So are these, maybe these are going to be considered collector's items. I don't know. Definitely the bottle of Tyler's and Pleasing are unique just in terms of the cap. So I can see how people might want to collect that. But will they become collector's items? I'm not sure. That's kind of dictated by the fans, right? If they sell out and people want them really badly and then they turn into collector's items, and maybe they do, but it's also possible that their fans kind of just like, this is just a flash in the pan situation where this happened, this launch, and then no one cares in the future, and only time will tell. The side of Tyler's reminds me of a tissue. Oh my god, it kind of looks like a tissue box. Like, it's cute, it's unique, it's different. Well, the cap is, not the bottle, as we have found. Will these be displayed on your shelf? Yeah. I have to find a space on my shelf. There's too many MGK ones, though. I'll be honest. I don't know if I'm gonna put them all up. Look how many I bought. I have all these. This. More. And these. I bought a lot because I was just trying to get a good assortment of the colors. I wanted to make sure I had the black and the white, and also their therapy sessions set, which had the nail art brushes, which I tried in the main channel video, so I'm not going to use them again, but I wanted to make sure that I got everything that I needed, like black and the white, so I was kind of forced to buy different sets, and it was just easier to buy them in a set than buy them all individually. So yeah, I definitely spent a lot of money on purchasing celebrity nail polish. You're welcome. I hope they're like, thank you for your business. Would you ever consider changing... Hold on, where that out? Would you ever consider changing your nail polish bottle designs? Not like, I have not considered that. I think we put a lot of work up front to making a custom glass mold, making like the hollow screen print, and the cap is also custom because it has like the Holo Taco, you know, embossed logo on the top. That's like tactile. We did all that up front before launching, so I wanted to be happy with the bottle and without a need to change it down the line. So no, I haven't really like thought of changing it. It might be kind of weird to change it, and to do just a limited edition run for just one special bottle is really challenging from a supply chain perspective, because you have to make an entire new mold. You have to have a minimum order quantity. It would be very tricky, which is why most brands don't do it unless you're Sally Hansen, who has like 18 different bottles. But Sally Hansen makes like, I don't know, millions of bottles of each bottle. And we're definitely not Sally Hansen. So right now it's just, I don't think it would make sense for us. When did you start streaming? I hope I'm not too late. Well, Jesse, we've been streaming for 3 hours. 3 hours of me saying too much. Are there any female celeb nail polishes? Why so many men in the market? Yeah, good point. Are there any like traditional female celebrities? Like, I mean, like a Jennifer Aniston type person? Or a musician like a Katy Perry? Has anyone like that come out with nail polish? I actually can't think of it. Which is really interesting. It's just been like a string of men recently. Did Katy Perry come out with nail polish? Didn't she? She might have come out with a collab. Kylie? No, that was a collab. I remember, because didn't I review them? Kylie Jenner and Sinful Colors. That's a collab. Not the same thing. I feel like female celebs have done one-off collabs. Yes, David, I agree. I feel like there's way more collabs. Katy Perry collabed with who? She did a drugstore. Was it Maybelline? I've seen it. I've definitely seen it. So yeah, there isn't really anyone. Nail polishes by Charlie D'Amelio. Didn't she, fuck, who was that? I did see that, but that wasn't her brand, right? Charlie D'Amelio. I'm sure Ben will know. Yeah, that was a brand with these people. Which I... Which kind of looks like the same... Is that the same bottle? Fuck. Guys, why does everyone have the same square bottle? I don't have these polishes, so I can't confirm. Oh my god. You should review them? No, I'm done. I am done reviewing celebrity nail polish. Nope. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it with their fans. Nope. TikTok will murder. Why is this funny? Yeah, I know. So Weedy has a line with Sinful Colors. Sinful Colors has a line with like everyone. They did Kylie Jenner. I think they did Candy Johnson back in the day. They've done a bunch of traditional celebs. Have you seen Mariah Elizabeth's polish? I've seen a lot of, you know, when a YouTuber comes out with a polish or anything that people are like, oh, you should review this, I kind of hesitate doing it because I don't want to introduce a situation where I'm giving criticism to someone I consider my peer, even though I've literally never met her, I've never spoken to her. But because she's a YouTuber, I kind of felt like I'm just gonna stay out of that one. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Just like let them do whatever they want. Let them come out with it. Let them tell their story. And I don't want to enter that story on the same platform where this is both of our homes. This is not Machine Gun Kelly's home or Harry Styles or Tyler the Creator, because they are on a different echelon of celebrity. They are like well beyond me. They don't give a fuck or know who I am. You know what I mean? So I feel like it doesn't matter. I'm not like hurting them. You know what I mean? And it doesn't really matter what I say to them. So that is kind of my logic for not doing reviews of fellow YouTubers' brands. That's just how I felt so far. Maybe that'll change in the future. I don't know. But yeah, that's how I feel about it. So yeah, don't ask me that anymore because I'm not going to do it. Meanwhile, Harry Styles drops a comment in the chat. Oh, I wish. Imagine Harry Styles was like, hello there. Do you like my granny's pearls? And then I'm like, Harry, I found your balls. Well, this was fun. I've heard that thinking being called punching up. Yeah, I guess that's a better way to describe it. You know, when people are just like so much higher than me, it's fine. But I don't want to punch on my playing field or lower. What is this, tacos?
Taco time. Taco time.
Okay, should I end the stream? Have I said too much?
Like a taco? How many NDAs did you violate today?
I don't know, one, maybe two? Okay, hold on. Let me talk some more. Let me just say one more thing. Let me just say one more thing. I struggle. He's staring at me. Ben, stop.
What are you gonna say?
Go away. Wait, can I get some water with ice? I know, but I just need water for like 2 seconds. We're almost done. We're almost done.
You're ending the stream. You're
Go get me water.
You're just getting rid of me.
Go get me water with ice. This is a fun stream, huh? Welcome, Heather Lemon, to the Menchie Gang. Okay, where was I? Okay, he's gone. He's gone, everybody. Ben is gone. What was I saying? I struggle. Finish this sentence. I struggle. No. I struggle with being a brand owner, a content creator, someone who wants to think like strategically and smartly, and, you know, do all my research for something and make sure it's done well, make sure that I'm taking careful considerations. I don't like taking risks. I don't want to fuck something up. Everything needs to be checked, double checked, triple checked. And that is just me as a content creator and as a brand owner. I think those are good qualities. Some would argue that it's annoying, but, you know, it is what it is. But I struggle with balancing that with telling you everything, because there's a huge part of me that just wants to talk to you in an honest way, because I have learned so much. I have so much that I would like to share from an honest and transparent perspective, because I feel like you in this, especially this live stream community, the people who are here right now are exactly the kind of people that I just want to talk to and, you know, give you all the context, tell you all the things, share all, so you can understand all my decisions, and it'll all make sense if I just explain everything. But unfortunately, sometimes that desire to share everything conflicts with the smart, intelligent business sometimes requirements to not share everything. And then I'm like, but. Do you know what I mean? The taco can't stop, simply. Understandable. Yeah. It is frustrating when I see people who aren't you, because like you know, everyone who's here knows. They watch, they've seen, they understand, because I just fucking tell you the struggles like right now. But people who don't watch, who don't know the amount of thought and effort that goes into everything, there's a fucking reason for everything, and I 90% of the time tell you the reason for everything. But the people who don't know that because they're not paying attention will sometimes criticize or just jump to conclusions about why I do things, and then just like say it somewhere on the internet like it's fact. And that's just really frustrating, because I feel like I put so much effort into sharing so much to tell you guys and being transparent, and I know you appreciate it. That's literally why you're here. So this is a shout out to everyone who's not here, who's not listening. Yeah, I don't know what my point was there. But, you know, sometimes I struggle. Cold shoulder dilemma. Yeah, that's one of them. It's fine. It's really fine. I just care a lot about everything, which is like, I have learned. I have done a good, I need to compliment myself for once. I have done a great job at not caring about everything negative that people say or conclude about me. I learned that very early on back in 2016 when the internet decided I was not allowed to be a funny woman. But yeah, starting your own brand, you're gonna face criticism. Absolutely. Got it. I was prepared. Yeah. Okay, I should probably go eat now. I should eat tacos. Do you want to see my tacos? Yes, you do. You will see my tacos, chat. You don't have a choice. You saw this? Which, like, I like the blue. Oh, I didn't even tell you. I like the blue color. The orange is just not for me. And the glitter is very underwhelming. Could have been a drugstore nail polish. That's my summary. But tacos. Oh. That's a fish taco, but I hate the spicy things. Ben did not pick them up. And also, one more thing that's wrong with this bowl, Ben, is that it's not a garbage bowl. This is a beef taco. Oh my god, so delicious. Menchie, do you like the taco? So I'm gonna take these downstairs, throw them in a bowl over top of spinach, take off the tortilla, and eat it with a fork. Yep, I said it. You can cancel me now. This is the stream where Simply Knowledgeable is canceled. It's fine. I'm gonna go eat my tacos in my garbage bowl. I hope you guys had a good time, and I encourage you to leave comments with thoughts that you have about this stream, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you'd like me to do next. And leave that comment on this video after the live is over, because then it will be more obvious to me later after this video is over, because I can't read all of chat, but also to other people. And comments are very valuable. I do like to read them, and I appreciate it. All right, well, this was fun for me. Thank you to the mods. It's been 3.5 hours. Thank you, mods. We have 5 mods who kind of circulate in and out so they can, you know, live their lives. So just really appreciate it. And thank you to everyone's super chats that I might have missed. Apologies. But I appreciate everything and your support. And thank you to everyone who joined the Menchie gang today. I did notice some people did, so that's really cool. I will see you guys next on Saturday for Simply Stream Saturday at the usual time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time / 8 a.m. PST. It's really early. It's like going to class on a Saturday. I know, but we're going to hang out again. I haven't decided what we're going to do yet, but you will know when you return to this channel. It'll show that there's a live stream scheduled, and I will give you an idea based on, you know, the title, I think. So yeah, thank you to everyone who joined me, and I will see y'all later. Bye!